I'm in 5800 puts in 290.
Bing
right
bong. Welcome back, motherfuckers. Jordy, look at Discord. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened in Discord, bro? Whoa. What the fuck is Brayden doing? Bro, Brayden is making AI images of everybody. I'm scared. I'm scared. He's gonna make some shit of me, bro. I already know it. I'm scared. That's wild. That's terrifying how real it looks.
40%, 55% more off here. All right, I took a nice bag off.
Oh my
That's actually
God.
terrifying.
That was dirty, dude.
That's terrifying.
It's a lot of MOC algo risk. Nice.
No, for any of the people that are listening, like I'm gonna be teaching this on what's it called? Paper?
It's like the our
games.
collective mastermind.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that thing. I'm at a majority right here. I got 5.
MOC balance was 625 million to buy.
625 million to buy. 765 million to buy Nasdaq. 225 million Dow. 375 million Max 7. Bum 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 bum. Guys. I don't deserve what happened to me in the past hour. I don't. I bought it one more time. I did. I ended up doing it. I walked away for a minute, got some fresh air. I came back. I heard the boys. I bought it again. But I do not deserve any of the gains that I made back at all. I do not whatsoever. Just it went against what I was doing, right? What I said I was gonna do. Don't deserve it. Did you turn green? I did. Doesn't matter though. Turn green or not, doesn't matter. I do not deserve the gains that were made in this back half of the day. I do not whatsoever. I did have stops ready to go, but no, I was in 10. CR 10. I was just in low. Emp.
And all I heard you say was you're green on the day.
I am, but I don't deserve it whatsoever.
Just stop with the first sentence.
Yeah. It
There's
just
days
it.
you take losses. There's days you take losses.
Yeah.
There's days trades go against you that you could also use that same excuse. I don't deserve to be red today. It was a good setup, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're green on the day. That's a hell of a day.
It is a hell of a day.
Especially on a day like today. And
Yep.
speaking of that, my account for the Crest Press.
But yeah.
Spaces.
We ended up trying it one more shot. It worked. We let things run. I just got out of the last of them here. Jordy, you went red. I went solidly red this morning, Brayden. I kept trying to fish the bottom. I had a few good trades this morning. Unfortunately, should have scaled out more, or else I wouldn't have been so red into the back half of the day. And then, I kept trying to fish the bottom, and I decided, I'm going to cut it. And I did. I walked away. I fucking got some fresh air. And then I came back. And again, I don't believe I deserve those gains. I flipped it back green. It's awesome. It's cool. But if it went the other way, I would have just been more red, right? It wouldn't have been great. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't want people's rewards from that. You know what I mean? I don't want people rewarding me too much because I don't deserve the reward there. It's cool that we made it back. Cool. But at the end of the day, shouldn't have done that. Yep. Well, I was scaling. I took scales on a few times. Then we had a few entries where I was like, oh, it's got to go a little more for me to scale, and it obviously didn't. And I was just like, and that's when I flipped red. But yeah. Potentially, I'm hyped for you, low-key. Yeah, it's cool, but again, it's not great behavior to be practicing, you know. 24-hour stream today after getting back green. Oh Lord, dude, Tayden, when I do a 24-hour stream, you better be on it the whole fucking time, bro. Yes, I saw the pics of Paul. I saw the pics of everybody. You're an animal. You're nasty. This will probably run more as well. By the way, this will probably just keep running into the close here the last 4 minutes. But we got Tesla earnings. Tesla earnings are going to be fun. Reminder, if anybody in the audience wants to watch the Tesla earnings, we are live on YouTube. I'll be watching the chart. We'll be listening to the earnings call live in the next hour.
Tesla.
What's that? 407. Oh, yeah. 4:07 p.m. Numbers come out.
Eastern Daylight Time.
Going to be fun. This will probably still pump into close here, into the back to NFP high. Jeez, look at it. CBC is held up in 10 minutes this whole time since we flipped at the low.
Would you just look at this V ass bottom on iDubbbz on the Rusty?
Rusty
That
is
fucking thing of beauty.
yeah, it's sexy. Wow, Rusty was the reversal play.
No, if I wasn't in that stupid ass drawdown, I would have been long over there too.
Yeah,
I
fuck.
couldn't handle anymore.
Yeah, no, Rusty was the reversal play today. Damn.
Alright, I'm gonna take a high risk little trade right here. 5,800 puts, and I'm gonna take them at 250.
I got lots of Jordy. Oh no. Chill, bro. You gotta chill, bro. Nah. Braden's gonna make a fucking Twitter account that is just all AI photos of Space's crew. Something like that might go viral. Ugh.
I gotta change it. 270 is the new entry for me.
Well, all eyes on Tesla. That is what we're watching, baby.
Come on, pop it up, pop it up.
What do we got? 2 minutes playing time.
That's right.
Plenty of time.
Fucking right.
Did fucking 43% in 19 seconds, dude. That's all we need.
Sim the power hour goat.
Jordy was like, I was doing one, like.
Long or short Tesla, Jordy, if you had to choose. Okay, I have some conflicting confluence. You know me, I want to be long. If I have to choose, I would say long. But at the same time, if we sweep under 200, bro, it's a buy, in my opinion. It's a buy. So there's that. Like, I feel like a sweep to just under 200, like $5-6 would be so prime. Where's Tesla flow, Jordy? I will show you. I will show you, brother. Let's take a look. 1 minute till U.S. market close. We got January 15th put sold for 2027, 200 strike, 1.87 million. Puts bought. Puts bought. 210 puts bought for Tesla, 1025,
15%.
1.74 mil. 220 calls bought as well for the same date.
One little dump offer.
Come on, NQ. Come on, NQ.
Calls sold.
5 seconds.
Get it, Imp! I'm all out.
No, bro.
Alright, we're good. 30%.
You going to play TSLL or TSLT? Probably not. But if you have to.
There. They're crushing this 220. I just want 10 more points.
You're the futures. The move's gonna happen now.
We closed the money. We're good.
Cash settle, baby.
Ooh, large buy, yes. Large buy, yes.
Can you do SPX on the new hood platform yet? Them?
Not yet. Not yet. I think that they said
No,
one
they
of
don't
the-
have that or futures yet, but they have the platform rolled out to get the bugs.
One of my members said that he got it, and I'm like, how the hell did you get it?
Yeah,
no one else got it.
I haven't.
She's all
Crazy.
son of a bitch.
If they get another round, I think Knott's got it today.
Shit. So they're rolling it out, huh?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing,
they're
like,
just
little
giving
freaking-
like 1,000 users at a time.
You have to
That
you have
way-
to follow their account, and then they'll post something, and they're like, next 1,000 people to do whatever, get it, and you have to do it like right away.
Oh, that's what's up. I don't know if anyone took these, but if you did, the bid's at 310, the ask is at 330, so you took 15%. It should sell by itself. I'm gonna. What time is Tesla earnings coming out?
Not
7. 3 minutes. Like
minutes?
5 minutes.
really.
Let's see. Let's do this the best.
Reminder, I'm throwing a post up top, but ticker TSLT does exist. You don't have to play options.
Oh my god, Coinbase is 200 now.
You can play after hours and manage your
And you're so
position.
long, aren't you? Yeah. He's gonna wait for Tesla and he's look at the dog. Yeah. What do you think the rest of this position's for?
I bought a very cheap out of the money call for Tesla just in case, worth the $25. Hey, shot in the dark, right? Jordy, I'm downloading your pics right now. Stop it, bro. Don't you dare. Push it for Emp. Come on. Get him there.
A lot of earnings are coming out, by the way. T-Mobile's flying. Come on, come on. My monitor doesn't work like the other guys that blow up their streaming. So.
Bro, that hasn't really worked for me for a long time, not gonna lie. It's been a minute since that's really worked for me. Oh, buddy. Tesla's popping. There's 220. Oh, let's go, Amp. Get it, baby. 260. There it is.
What's going on?
Tesla.
Tesla's flying 24.
I know. How good was it?
Is it really?
It's not even out yet.
It's 220, right? 220. It's just at 225.
22.
It just rejected 225 heavy.
Yeah, careful. Numbers aren't even fucking out.
I'm gonna watch Spy for a bounce.
So the number's already been out.
Yeah.
Numbers not out yet, right?
No.
Nothing on.
They come out at 4:07. 3 minutes. Maybe there's a leak or something. I don't know.
Spy for a bounce, fine,
I don't know. They probably IV crush it like they always fucking do.
Tesla's it's out. The numbers are out. I just heard them read them out.
They are? Oh.
Come on, give me 2. I've got 2 left.
72 cents, revenue 25.1 billion.
72, right? Cents was the EPS.
Tesla's up 5%.
So- Miss on revenue, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe my December position is still alive tomorrow.
EPS beat 5%.
This is where my last take profits were on the MNQ longs, but I already got out because it was like getting in the market close into the 60s.
So Casey, the option sheet was implying about a 7%, but actually
Holy shit.
to 9 plus percent.
Yeah.
10. You're sitting at
Well.
3.9. So I don't know.
Tesla looking real nice here. We got the earnings call at 5 o'clock, I believe.
If this chills right here.
I believe.
Spy calls 578 right here.
I've trimmed down pretty much everything. This is over 100 points for my first call out, 130 points for my average.
Yes. I'm just waiting for Tesla commentary on the meeting. Say he's doubling his investment in Nvidia.
What the fuck?
And we'll see
I guess I'm not posting that. Whatever.
I was with you until that last little.
Son of a.
How much time do I have?
So miss on revenue, but they beat E EPS.
Give us what do I have next? 279.
Oh my god, dude. Look at these, bruh. Oh my god, bro. And look at the stream, bro.
Another 40 points.
Bruh. What is this? What is this, bro?
What's going on in Discord?
Braden's making AI images of everybody, and these are mine. This is if I was like, what's his, Billy Currington, I think. Bro,
Looks like
what?
Banana Republic.
I know, I look like I'm fucking, yeah, literally. Oh. Bro, what is this? Oh
Yeah,
my-
Tesla's up 6.5% now.
Yeah, let my shares fucking cook.
28. Come on. Thank you. Yeah,
Bro, Braden, those are hilarious, bro.
32. That's a very good sign.
Jordy taking outfit notes from the AI, dude. Low key, man. Low key. That's how you find out what kind of fits you look best in right there. Tessie. Woo!
There we go, Tesla.
Oh, Tesla. My long term's gonna love you. You know what else is gonna love you? My fucking competition portfolio, baby. Still not gonna beat A-Trades yet, but we're trying. Oh Lord.
It does it once, it's not gonna come back.
One target left. Come on.
I hope it doesn't. You know how long I've been in these calls?
Send those to Lily and ask her what he thinks. What she
I'm
thinks.
in
Oh my
December
god.
20th. Took a little bit of a drawdown over the last week because I didn't do shit. But
Yeah.
I added some more here a little bit ago for some clothes to bring my average down. So
But good ad, dude. You're gonna print tomorrow. I think that 5 bid was 8%, right?
That's right where it's at right now. Yeah, 8%.
I'm not even looking to take profits tomorrow. I wanted this earnings to be the catalyst for it to start getting that upward momentum over the next few weeks.
DSSL. Yeah, honestly.
DSL,
for mine.
DSSL up 7%. Remember we saw that options flow on that CSSL yesterday. Yeah, that's right. A little bit more. I have to close this. I got 1 minute.
Tesla simulated returns on Robinhood for the $300 call for December.
Lights tranny pics are hilarious. Bruh, that shit's crazy. That shit's wild. What a fucking ripper. I will say though, even if you're long, like really far out the money contracts, you might not make any money, unfortunately. I hate to say it, I hate to be that guy, but if you're too far out the money with the IV the way it is, you're just not going to make any money. The contracts aren't going to do what you think they're going to do, unfortunately. But
All right, closing out.
if this move holds or continues, and your calls are in the money here,
Larkins.
you might be all right. Not worth it for me though, with IV the way it was.
There's some people in my DMs from earlier. They're gonna be upset that that trade worked out.
Oh shit. Bro, people act like we're all just like perfect human beings, like robots. Like, dude, we're gonna
Okay,
fuck
but
up
what
here.
about the exit on 2.7? That was pretty funny.
That was pretty money.
This fucking thing. $12. Fucking top tick, bottom tick. Nasty.
That was nasty.
Yep.
Service now. Service now is down.
Alright, guys. I'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll all be
Jump over to the Stocks and Spaces.
yeah, I'm gonna do the same, and we'll all be on the earnings call live on Earnings Hub. So, yes, sir. See everybody in the morning. Have a great night. I threw the link for the earnings call live up top.
Print on Tesla calls tomorrow.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. I'll see y'all over on the other spaces. Oh, guys, I'm staying live. Don't worry. We're staying live for the earnings call. I'm just gonna switch over to the other spaces. Whew. What an earnings for Tesla so far. But, you know, as cool as this is, don't want to be someone that celebrates too early. And to be frank, the amount of times I've seen us come in right when that earnings call starts has been a lot. So, won't be surprised. Yeah, exactly, CR. So, I don't know. I wouldn't get your hopes up. If somebody played TSLT shares, let me know. Would love to see
have
that.
them in most major markets in the U.S., in Europe, and in China.
It would tell you. You would think, based on how everything goes, that they would actually maybe be more in Europe than other places. Although maybe even more in China. I don't know if they want to give them to Tesla, but they also very much support the industry, their own industry.
Here in the U.S., there's a fight about how fast to raise the corporate average fuel economy standards. Under Trump, it would probably be a little slower. Under Harris, it would probably be a little more aggressive. But in Europe, they've got some new standards that are about to take effect in the new year, and you've got companies like Stellantis already adjusting their production schedules to kind of deal with that. They don't want to be fined.
Yeah. All right, we should have made a bet with Gergs that he had to do something if Tesla was up, but I guess that's our fault here for not doing it.
So, we're in that gap. We should, in my
I think we could
opinion,
have gotten something funny out of you too.
we should, in my opinion, gap fill up
That's
to
not
that
just a
low
quick comment.
of
I found it pretty
232.34.
interesting. Remember I was
ER
talking
call
about
at
the
4:30 or
5 move on
5:30.
Tesla? We were expecting a
I thought it was at
$60
5. I don't know. We'll see
move
here.
or a 6.4% move. At the peak of that wick that we just saw already in the first 10-minute candle after close, we saw it above 7%. Just thought it was interesting.
Wow, this may
So
be
far,
one that the option sellers don't win on. The rare time.
5:30. 5:30.
On earnings.
It appears
5:30.
Until Elon starts talking.
Okay. Have you had any thoughts on this one? I know you're very connected in the news.
5:30, guys.
Has there been any tweets or anything that people talking about that you find interesting?
Not related to Tesla specifically. I did. I was in a long position on the future side of things on NQ, the Nasdaq futures, and when Tesla came out, that obviously popped and helped me make some extra money there. So that was a nice way to proxy play it. I like the reaction. Obviously, it looks great. Where it was at on the daily chart, that 212, 213 area is actually a very big support. So it was a decent spot to take a shot at the Tesla long right down there. So we'll see. Obviously, the track record of these earnings calls is not fantastic because Elon just kind of talks, right? He doesn't act like a normal CEO does. So a lot of times investors don't really care for it, and he openly tells people like short the stock. It's not usually a good reaction there, but we'll see what he has to say. I mentioned to you this morning, Evan, that most of
I don't know, Braden. I don't know.
Tesla's numbers and stuff coming out, a lot of it we kind of already know.
I don't know.
The last few brush strokes on the picture that we basically have from the delivery numbers earlier this month, and then obviously we saw the 10 of them as well. So this is kind of just like the third leg, basically, of the information coming out.
I just don't know if I'm down for that right this minute into this weekend. We will see.
About 3% right now.
I know, Brett. It's because he wants me to do it. That's why.
Service now it's down.
Yo, I'm gonna be
It's trying to bring it a little
fucking
bit
falling
back.
asleep on the stream. I'm gonna be out.
Omar, get your hand up.
Oh, all I know is if I'm doing that, bro, I need a few fucking Red Bulls. We need to get it going. Probably never gonna do it. Oh, I'll do it. Oh, I'll do it. Fuck you. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I think that's probably being driven largely by the energy business.
No
But,
white
you know,
powder,
even just
brother.
as you listen
No,
to some of the
none
discussion
of
in
that.
this space, and we've been talking about this sort of
This guy
margin
thinks I'm
contraction
crazy.
story. Well, here you have 3 sequential quarters of gross margin expansion, and you know the gap from Q2 to Q1 is even bigger from Q3 to Q2. So I think this is possibly explaining part of the reaction we're seeing here. If the street is looking at this and saying, okay, maybe the vehicle business as well as
Well, I don't want to do it on a Friday into the weekend because, like, into a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, like, I have nothing to stream, you know? If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it on a weekday. Probably on, like, low key, the best day to do it would probably be, honestly, it would probably, the best night to do it is Sunday. On the Sunday night stream, we start the Sunday night stream 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time PM. Go all night into the Monday morning until 5 p.m. that night, Monday evening. Then I'm able to go to sleep at a decent hour and be good for the rest of the week. That would be the way to do it, in my opinion. It's not a vibe at the beginning of the week. Oh, it's just like, what am I gonna stream? Especially like if all you motherfuckers are asleep and it's a Saturday morning. Like, what am I gonna sit here and stream, you know? Damn! Get over that 230, baby! Get over that 230, baby! Dude, Braden, if you're saying you want me to drink Sunday night, I'll drink.
Yeah, I'll keep digging, but this is a much better. You know, a lot of that is also is used.
That's honestly facts. Ah!
especially with this $4,000 DP credit. So that's probably part of the service margin, but also just the services they're offering to their fleet. As it expands, it's improving the margin there.
So Tesla says that sequential growth in gross profit in services and other business was driven mostly by higher gross profit generation from supercharging, service center margin improvement, and higher gross profit generation from part sales and merchandise. And obviously, the supercharging network has been opening up to a lot more non-Tesla EVs.
All right, I'll be real with y'all. I'll make y'all a deal. I'll be real with everybody. I will make a deal right now. Get ready to clip it, CR. Get ready to clip it, okay? I'll make a deal with y'all. Give me a second. I'll make a deal. Braden, you're going to be disappointed. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make a deal with you guys. Don't worry. I'm going to make a deal with y'all, though. Okay. But we gotta do something here with this. All right. We're at 3,300 subs. No, no, no. That deal's off the table now. That deal's off the table. That wasn't even a deal. I wasn't even saying I was doing it this Sunday for sure. Calm down now. Calm down now. I'm making you guys a real deal. No, 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 no. Not, no, no, no. I need 4,000 subscribers. I need 660 more subs. And I will do the 24-hour stream that everybody's been waiting for, that everybody wants me to do. I'll do it. I'll do it. But I ain't doing it until I get that 4K. I ain't doing it until then. So you want us to make fake accounts? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying share out the stream. Whenever I do go live, make sure you guys are liking the stream because that helps get more people in the stream. Make sure you're sharing it out every morning when I post the link. Things like that. That's what that means. Because that grows the channel. We'll get more subs. It's a deal. It's a deal right then and there. 4K, I will do the Sunday night stream, or I will do a 24-hour stream. That's the deal. I could have said 5K. I should say 5K, but instead I'm going to be nice and I'm going to do 4K. I should say 5K right now, but I'm going to shake on 4K with y'all. Okay? Wait. Yeah! You should say 3,400. That's only 60 subs. We'll do that so quick. No. We gotta do 4K. We gotta do 4K. Gotta do 4K. We've got to do 4K.
For the first half of 2025 release of the new models, new affordable models, which is really
I
important.
know he gonna back out of this shit. Hey, fuck you, bro.
And smiling, which is rightful. But other than that, everything else is in the one pager.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, that's it. I think pretty positive considering everything that could have gone wrong. That doesn't really look like it went wrong.
Also, the fact that they are training at Giga Texas, they only have 29,000 of the 100,000 cluster online, but they expect to expand that to 50K. That means they're starting to be able to realize some of the benefit of this investment, and they've now got the space to continue to expand, to continue to build out that training cluster. That's probably good for NVIDIA, but it's also great for FSD users like myself, who can now start to benefit from this training capacity coming online.
I'm reading that exact same page right now, Omar. That by the end of October as well, to get to that 50K mark of the H100s, that is a good read through for NVIDIA.
Yeah.
I agree. I just tweeted that same thing. And then the chart right next to that, I thought was very interesting. Over 2 billion FSD supervised miles driven, and version 12, it's over 1 billion miles on version 12 alone already.
Yeah, insane. I mean, if you know the scale that some of these other self-driving cars are operating at, this is orders of magnitude.
Yeah,
ahead of that.
fundamentally speaking, I was concerned about profitability headed into this quarter. This is a very pleasant surprise across the board. I think something was done managerially here, in my view, that was not expected or not shared publicly. I think Elon quarter in, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the first quarter in 8 quarters where free cash flow, vehicle deliveries, and net income all went higher quarter over quarter. It's the first quarter in 8 quarters that's happened. That's a big deal.
Can I share a theory? So a lot of people were saying, well, why didn't Tesla wait till the earnings call to announce the 0% APR with you don't need to purchase FSD?
That would have been a nice long on NQ where.
I wonder if they did that
Oh,
a few
dude.
days before their
My last trims were gonna be at 60 on the longs I had, but I decided going into the market close, I was like, I'm taking it, and I took it into that like this area, this 2 15 or whatever. But yeah, with Tesla popping on that, I mean, beautiful longs. I think EMP is still, or no, EMP I think had to sell his positions because the futures are closed on Top Step right now. So I think he had to sell, but beautiful moves. Tesla continuing here, 233. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is a fucking amazing move so far.
So that tells me that, like, obviously the Cybertruck is really decent set on the work.
Wow, Tesla. Wow. Awesome. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Boom! Into September NFP high here, 234.68. I wonder if it has to pause there for a minute. Wow, what a move. Phenomenal here. Yeah, AMP, it made you sell, huh? It sold you out at the 10-minute mark after, huh? Yeah. Motherfuckers, huh? I know. I wish I held it into the close. I would have been up a lot more, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my $200 Green Day from making back, like, I was down like 16 hundo. I was like, I'll take that all day. Already got 20% on my TSLT. Let's go. Somebody played it. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Yeah, like at the lowest CR. What's the itinerary for the 24-hour stream? Well, whenever we hit 4K, it'll probably be the Sunday night into Monday. That's what it'll be. But, I mean, it's whenever we hit that 4K, baby. So we'll see. We'll see. We will see. But y'all have the clip. Y'all have the clip. I'll do it. So it's gotta get to 4K. It's just a matter of time now. When we get there, it's just how fast are you gonna get us there, huh? Probably gonna delete subs so he never hits 4K. Oh my gosh, bro, imagine. Wonder if you can even do that.
It does look like energy went down the previous quarter. I wasn't expecting that, but overall pretty solid. I love I love Tesla's sort of cost reduction. I mean, like you look at
Tesla's so fucking sexy.
Their
Oh
cost
my
reduction
god.
strategy is better than anybody
Woo!
else's. Even their sort of general expenses.
Oh my
have gone
long
down
term.
compared
She's
to a
gonna
year ago,
love
which is
it.
super impressive.
She's gonna love it.
Margins
Woo!
are up. Cost of
Filled the
materials
gap.
are down. I mean,
Gap
like,
has been
and they're
filled.
passing a lot of those costs
Hello.
down to consumers with lower prices in their cars. So they're in a very solid shape to continue to dominate EV market.
Some horrifying stuff. Uh-oh, Braden's making crazy
Sorry, I'm
shit
trying to
with AI.
mess with something. It's just not working. Oh well. I'm looking at the gross profit. It looks like every single segment was also gross profit positive, which is interesting for me.
Guys, if you're in the chat and you want to check out Earnings Hub for yourself and be able to look at all the earnings info for yourself, feel free. I have a link. Should pop up right there. But a link to the website. Feel free to try it out. I mean, it's the best spot, best platform to be getting your earnings info, in my opinion. So I haven't seen anything better yet. Doesn't look like the command's working, but there it is. Boom, there it is. I'll pin that in the chat.
Well, Verizon and AT&T came out this morning with not great stuff. They were kind of saying there's something like 5 to 10.
Rejecting September NFP highs so far.
I care, Logic. Come on, man. Let's go. It's a double B, top and bottom line. You guys can laugh all you want. So we gotta get that stuff.
I'm looking at it right now. It's good. It's a great.
No, I know. I really don't.
You know I'm with you on the lenders.
Oh yeah, brother. It should be a good read through for a couple other lenders too. I mean, that report is really strong. If you take a quick glimpse through it, it looks like risk appetite is back for investors. They're definitely seizing the opportunity ahead in credit card refis with $1.3 trillion in debt right now. Yeah, big beat, top and bottom line. Tangible book value is up, assets are up. I mean, what more do you want from this company? And it trades just above TBB, so great valuation as well.
I want to hear what they're doing with AI. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing around. Yeah, we got about an hour till that call. There will probably be a lot of earnings calls going on at 4:32. So we're gonna listen to the earnings call live on Spaces in here. Within the next hour, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We're gonna pull up the say.com questions, go through those, and see what see if there's anything how we think stuff is gonna be answered there. But stick with us. We're gonna be live for the next 2 hours at least, listening to that call too. And yeah. Shout out to the squad for making this space so fantastic. Appreciate them. When someone says something smart, check them out. But yeah. Talk.
What's up?
Oh, you were just on mute making noises.
Oh no, sorry.
You wanted to talk.
I'm just reading stuff, just mumbling to myself, doing math in my head.
Oh, guy who reads. Look at that. I thought you don't like math. We learned that yesterday.
I don't like math, but I was just trying to estimate something.
Omar, I want to ask you about the wireless charging that you just posted the picture of. This came from the 1010 event, and there were some people talking about like wireless charging in general. Like I saw some Marquez Brownlee tweets. He's been beefing with the Tesla community. I'm still a fan, just saying.
Post it, Braden? Dude, what is it? Oh, Lord.
I digress. He was kind of talking about wireless charging tends to like have 50, 60, 75% efficiency, and the Tesla account came in and said 90% efficiency.
I mean, I wouldn't want you to post something like that, that's for sure. That would be wild, for sure.
So I put this in some post to my subscribers. I really don't think people should be worried about like wireless charging efficiency. Direct wire charging is only like 2% more efficient than Tesla wireless charging will likely be. Car and Driver, they did
Are they gonna get over this?
And they averaged about 95% efficiency from a Tesla wall connector. And Tesla bought Wi-Furion, which was a German wireless EV charging company, last year for $76 million. They ended up selling it a few months later, but they kept a lot of the engineers and the technology. And that wireless charger, they claim, is roughly 93%.
Braden, are you posting these just on your Twitter, bro? No way. Oh my god. You posted lights? Oh my god, bro.
Typically, but it requires close alignment. And this is what's used in smartphone wireless charge, like the cheap charger.
Who said I'm not a person of color? Excuse me, are you assuming my fucking skin color? Are you assuming my gender? Are you assuming my gender? Dude, who said I'm not colored, bro? Who said I don't identify as fucking as colored as you get? I meant post on Discord. Oh, I don't care if you post shit in Discord. It's fine. I don't care. Dude. White's a color, bro. CR's like, yes, I'm assuming your color, Jordan. Yeah, I am.
There's some heat loss even when you're just charging with a cable. If
Yeah, I
you're
would
using the
hope
onboard
not, Braden.
charger on your vehicle, it's not going to be perfectly
On X would be a
efficient.
little wild.
This wireless charging
Discord, I don't give
should
a
be able
fuck.
to get efficiency that's practically as good as plugging in.
CR.
So you're not going to be paying a huge amount more. And the reason why this is such a
Ah.
discussion point is Tesla showed off their new Cybercab with no steering wheels or pedals. Wireless charging has been something they're working
Fuck
on
it.
for like 10 years. You know,
See,
you
I was
see
trying to get
golf
me
carts
canceled,
using
bro.
it. You see a few EVs that have been retrofitted, but it's not really something that's entered the mainstream. But now here comes Tesla, and they say, well, for our autonomous vehicle,
Go ahead, brother.
it's not even going to have a charge point. It's only going to be wirelessly charged.
I kind of want to see him
So
now.
a lot of people say, well, is that even possible? Can it work? Is it crazy? I think it's actually the future of charging, if you think about it. This is something that is now an SAE standard, so everyone can kind of agree on how to build it. You can have charger makers and vehicle makers, and it can be interoperable with the standard. If you believe that all vehicles are going to be autonomous in the future, which I do, then this is a solution where they can go and they can park over this charger and they can charge without any humans being involved. So I think we're going to hear a lot more about wireless charging in the coming years. And a lot of these myths that it doesn't work, it's a lot less efficient, they are not familiar with the latest technology. This isn't like inductive charging of your phone where it has to touch the pad and it's not as efficient. This is a more advanced technology, magnetic resonance, where you can have a bigger air gap. It doesn't need to be perfectly aligned, and it's much more efficient than other wireless charging methods we've seen. So this could be the future of, oh, okay, I have to plug it in. Shoot, I forgot to plug it in. Where's the charger? Oh, I live in an apartment. What do I do? Can I drive an EV? Your EV will just be able to go, park over this thing, charge itself, and come back to you. And I think it has the potential to eliminate a lot of the hurdles that people have switching to EVs, and just to make it a much simpler experience for them.
I have a stupid
Oh
question.
God,
That actually
I'm
was
not.
being
I'm
asked
not
of me.
showing this on the stream.
What about battery swapping? Like, what's the latest with that one? I know
We're not
some
doing that.
companies. The only one I've like maybe Neo. I don't know. I haven't heard too many of it, but like,
Oh, it's not too
is
bad.
there any promise in that, or is it kind of?
It's not
fading
like
away to, like, as we get autonomous.
I'm just glad. I was scared. I thought there was gonna be like nudity or some shit. I was like, okay, I'm not showing that on the stream. I just wanted to be safe rather than sorry, you know. But it's not bad. Jeez, but dude, why does okay, like a lot of them are like clearly fake, but some of them look so real. Like this one, it's this is scary, bro. I don't like this. Dude, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. That looks too real. I don't like that. That looks way too real. Like, this one, it's like, okay, clearly AI. This one, I'm like, bro, if you frame that from a fucking few steps away, that looks like a photo. That's scary. I don't like that. No. No. Braden, you either need to make a TikTok account, a Twitter account, and make images of all of us Spaces crew and make this shit go viral, or don't ever make any of these photos ever again. I know this girl. It's AI. I have a girlfriend, yeah. She's AI, but I have a girlfriend, you know? Dude, I can't hear Omar. The fuck? Guys, I'm just sending out a bunch of Tesla tweets right now. So if you do see any of the tweets I'm pumping out right now, you should just like and comment and like retweet
So
it
that means
and do whatever you do.
On average, Tesla owners are driving about 6.4 million
It's
miles
not
in
AI.
FSD
It's a real
per
girl
day.
photo.
Be curious on how that has grown.
Give me a
because
second.
When did they
I need to
expand out who can enter into FSD? Was that 2 quarters ago? That was
Well, so
maybe a quarter?
when V12 came out, there were like they released this like big free trial in like April, I think it was, and so everyone basically was using it. So the number was sort of like artificially high for a brief period of time. So it's not quite at that level now. Whereas where it was then? I think it was like 15 million a day back then or something. But I think once we get like maybe V13, if that comes out, and then they offer a widespread for another free 30-day trial, then we might see a bump up back to those spring levels.
A free trial makes a bunch of sense here. I mean, if it
So, you know, Waymo started 15 years ago, and they've done about 20 million rider-only miles. Tesla is doing more miles on FSD every week than they've done in the last 15 years. Just to kind of put that in perspective.
Sorry, I was taking a screenshot of my losses on that short one that I did to kind of reverse jinx it. Had a good post coming, but yeah. That is quite big of a difference, and we know that Waymo and Tesla just have fundamentally different strategies. Sawyer, I thought the clip that you posted, it was the New York Times Hard Fork podcast, which the Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi. Oh, damn! I should have tried his last name. I was confident there for a second, but I didn't get it. So Dara, the CEO of Uber, was on there talking about it, and he kind of mentioned the plans. He maybe leaned a little bit more towards Waymo, honestly, the way they were doing it, but he also was very much, I'm not betting against Elon Musk. Was kind of what I was.
I mean, I think the Uber CEO doesn't want to say anything too bad about Elon or Tesla because I think he probably wants to partner with them long term, right? So I don't.
Yeah,
think
the first part of
Dara, if you told Dara right now you can have a Tesla partnership for Robotaxi, he would say, "Where do I sign?" and that would be it.
Yeah, exactly.
And some of his comments kind of reflect that he was literally like, I don't know what the future is going to be. Maybe we partner and they become, additive. Maybe they're competitors, and then we're competitors. So we'll see. But it's funny, he was kind of talking
think about it. For the transition, Uber is going to be a very key part of this transition from manned to unmanned because you can't build capacity to meet peak demand hours because that just means deadweight loss all times a day and then a lot of cash burn and a lot of balance sheet issues and investor concerns and all those things. So Uber is going to be the complement to unmanned fleets for all other times of the day because what's the way to plug in enough supply for those non-peak hours when we don't have enough capacity because we can't quite build it yet? It's Uber. But the real question is, how are they?
Jordy did get pizza.
When Tesla or Waymo or Zoox or whoever ends up winning a piece of the market share has the capacity needed when this market is more mature, is their network effect going to be relied on? Are their routing algorithms that they talk of constantly going to be enough? But that's several years down the road, and for now, this transition, I think it's pretty solid. That'll be a pretty collaborative relationship.
Yeah, I am excited to watch how this whole thing ends up developing. For some reason right now there is kind of, at least the market is kind of pitting Uber and Tesla against each other. When Tesla has a good day for the Robotaxi, it's directly going against Uber and vice versa. And we'll see how long this ends up taking to play itself out. What's the stock doing now? I haven't fully looked. Still up 9% in after hours. Nice. Earnings call again is at 5:30 p.m.
Would they be mad though, the Spaces guys? I don't know, maybe. I have no idea.
Sorry if that impacts you. I love you all. Also, is there anyone up here who's not really spoken much yet? No, I think we've gone around pretty well. Let me pull up the say.com questions too. I want to find those. Broadcast Q&A. Okay. How were the questions overall this time, Sawyer? I remember last earnings call, the calls were hot for me.
Yeah, I think there are too many product-focused questions. I know like investors really want to hear about that stuff, but Elon just over and over says earnings calls are not the forum for product announcements. So I think those are probably just skip over questions. Honestly, there are a couple like FSD related ones that I think are good, but for the most part, I think they should allow downvotes on the Say platform. Maybe incorporate X somehow. Like I know you need to verify that people are shareholders to do it, but I don't know. I think there are better ways to do this.
I really think there's.
Why, hello there, Brent.
I've kind of talked about earnings calls. I think should be on X Spaces. X has the investors. I really think creating like a Finance Pro version here, where I can you can confirm that I'm a investor in this. Probably more people would be listening to the earnings calls. These say.com questions would be better. I think there is maybe not $1 billion annual business for X in investor relations, but I think there's a multi-$100 million extremely profitable business for X in investor relations. And I'm surprised they haven't tried it. Oh well. Okay, I'm looking at some of these say.com questions here. Let's run through them. They tend to get to like 6 or 7 of them, and they skip some, So the first one here, for example, will be skipped. Is Tesla still on track to deliver the more affordable model next year? They said that on the earnings release, so they're just gonna skip that.
Giveaway question. Don't ask something that they're gonna just write in the deck. Come on, let's see some creativity.
Oh no, there's one piece that's like pepperoni and like I think sausage. And then this one's Canadian bacon and pineapple. Neither of them are my favorite, but
They don't want people to be
from the place I used to work. I go there a lot.
I'm not knocking the retail shareholder base.
I go there pretty
They annoy
often.
me because they're usually focused
They just have
on
great food.
when is this coming
You
out?
still get a discount.
They know he's not gonna
No, but I get rewards.
product announcements. Something you're
And
so
on that topic, the second most voted up question: when can we expect Tesla to give us a 25K non-robotaxi regular
I mean,
car model?
actually, that one was answered in the shareholder deck. So, I mean, he's not going to refer to the. He's not going to refer to the 25.
Here's the thing about Tesla. You just have a lot of people who buy the car, they love it, and they go, let me buy some shares in this. This is awesome. And they always have had kind of a strong retail representation there with people who use the products buying shares as well. So when they ask about the 25K car, that guy's probably not even asking as an investor. He probably just wants to buy one.
That's a great point, and it's a good problem to have, right? Even though those questions can be annoying, I agree with that on Stock Talk's point. But those are good questions to have. The popularity aspect, of people interested in it is kind of something you want.
Yeah, and these customers, this is a company that has the highest customer loyalty rate of any auto brand. And a big part of that is these people are owning shares. They're talking to Elon Musk on Twitter. They're asking investor questions. They feel like they're a part of this too. So I think that's kind of why the Say question started. It would be good if maybe we picked a little better questions, but maybe we just need to make sure to go and vote and spend some time on that. I know I didn't actually vote on any of these questions, so
We don't care who you
maybe
vote
I only
for,
have
guys.
myself to blame.
Remember to vote. The third question might get answered. When is Tesla When is Tesla going to alleviate long waiting times on service? Oh, sorry. What is Tesla doing to alleviate long waiting times on service centers? I've actually found this interesting because you can see how their vehicle delivery numbers are growing, and their service center vehicles have not grown at the same pace. And that's been something that's been going on for a while. I know they also have like the mobile service fleet and that stuff. What is the general experience right now for getting service, like time wise? Has that come up? Has that come down?
I would say even in the Bay Area, honestly, it's a couple of weeks. I will say though, I've had to go to service a couple times in the past month for my Cybertruck. And they did take a big hit over the layoffs that happened. I think, what was it, like Q2 or something like that. So they're dealing with less people, and yet they have a lot of volume still going through. So it's just one of those things with the cost cutting, it'll impact, pretty much everything. And service has been one of them. So I would say like Santa Clara specifically has one of the biggest volumes of cars going through as far as maintenance. And it's like when you open up an appointment, it's a couple weeks out. So if you have anything that's like a big emergency, you pretty much just have to drive there and have them help you. If it's like
I am a huge advocate for pineapple on
if it's a
pizza.
safety issue, but everything else will take a couple weeks out. And
unfortunately, I don't see that. I mean, they're still expanding sales and service
You
centers.
don't like the texture? I really like it. I don't know why.
Delays.
I think it's great.
Anytime soon, especially with the cost cutting.
I appreciate that context. There.
Yeah.
How has have they been?
It's not the
increasing
only
mobile service
pizza in
fees? I feel like
Ojai.
that's started to shift the focus a little bit.
There
But I don't know
is
if
some
it's just,
other
like,
pizza
certain
that's actually
problems
really
being
good.
fixed by that versus certain problems
That's
being
better
fixed by
than
that
this
as well.
pizza, but this is just what I had. I
The
didn't even
mobile
order
service fleet is
this
growing
like
less.
today.
Tesla
This is
locations
from
up by
last night.
16%. Mobile service fleet up by 55%. They increase deliveries by 6%.
I fuck with pineapple on
even
pizza.
when
I
we're
do.
kind of talking about their deliveries are coming down, whatever, they're still underpacing.
I love that like
delivery growth.
that sweet
With mobile service fleet growth.
kind of
Which,
barbecue.
sure, there's probably some
I don't know. It's it goes hand in hand. I like it.
Speaking. So 5 and 6% is probably in line, but I've seen it closer to like 20% delivery growth and like 5% mobile service fleet. I'm actually excited for them to get asked this question and see if it ends up shifting some stuff.
Funny enough, that actually used to be my favorite pizza.
I'm gonna keep digging around with Sawyer, Omar,
Canadian
Doc,
bacon
you have any
and
extra thoughts?
pineapple.
Doc,
That used to be my
I'm
absolute
curious
favorite.
on your thoughts on the automotive gross margin story right now.
I probably have
because I
people
think we all expected
unsubscribing right
gross
now.
margins to sort of continue to fall or be flat, but they went up from 14.6% in Q2 to 17.1 in Q3, massively beating estimates. And
Well,
this is
earnings
despite all
call
the
in about
incentives that we
30 minutes.
we talked about that they had in Q2,
We're getting ready.
which we thought would significantly impact a lot of this. What are your thoughts heading into Q4 with these, record 0% APR things? Is that you think they'll continue to increase?
Mr. Talk.
Nah.
Sorry.
Nah, I don't.
That's all right. I'll DM it to you.
Okay, damn it.
For a second, I was like, maybe I do, but like, nah, I don't. Fuck that. I do not.
All right. Let's keep going along here on some of these say.com questions. Next, David S is asking,
But
please provide an update on the Tesla Semi.
I do like the spot. It's a nice spot for me and my boys to go if we just want a sandwich and like a beer. It's a great spot. But
Omar, you think they'll answer this one?
no, I definitely don't miss working there, that's for sure. Not at all. Not one bit. Not one bit. I do not miss trading my time for money. Not one bit. Mm-mm.
With FSD, was that what the question was about? I mean,
But it was fun. Are you playing earnings, Jordan? No. I'm not touching it. I caught a nice long end of the day. Turned it back green on the day and chilling with that. But we'll see what Globex holds tonight.
Doing a lot of sort of, hand assembly of these tractor trailer units, and they're not producing them in high volume. So the new facility in Nevada,
honestly,
that's going to be up.
It's a move, CR. It's a move.
Is going to start producing these.
Earning income, and you're getting a discount on the food that you eat. You just only eat at the pizza place, so you're getting a discount on every meal. And you only use the money, portion of the money that you make from that job to pay for your food. Tell me that's not a goated strat. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Starts to look at higher levels of autonomy. I think it could be very valuable.
I'm with you.
But right now,
I did that for a while, pretty much. But I needed the job, too.
I'd like to jump in and ask a question as well. I was looking at they did have a.
Hey, there are some healthy options at even places like the Ojai Pizza place I worked at. There's a salad bar. Don't worry. There's a salad bar. Don't you worry. I used to make a ton of salads when I worked there. Right. Dude, pizza places have the best salad bars. Caesar salad. Ooh. I love the Ojai Pizza Caesar salad. It's not in any way a traditional Caesar salad, but it is fucking good. Let me tell you. It's delicious. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take this down. Be right back.
The math just makes a lot of sense. You're seeing a lot of municipalities, businesses look at this just because the fuel cost is low and the maintenance cost is low. So if you just pull out your spreadsheet and just look at these fleets, I think this is something that has been growing. You're seeing police departments adopting them. They have these things on the road all the time. The savings can get pretty crazy. So it's really an unexplored side of the business. I think they're starting to invest more in it. But in terms of utilizing all their capacity, I think it's definitely an area they could explore more. Companies like Ford just kill at this with their Ford Pro side of the business. They're really good at working with these enterprises. And I think it could probably be an opportunity for Tesla.
It was a good question. That makes sense. I feel like the Cybertruck is also kind of garnered interest in that department as well.
Yeah, actually, the majority of municipal fleet purchases and city government fleet purchases of trucks. So this is a vehicle where they haven't had anything until recently. Their entry.
Bro, get some pizza then. Get some pizza then.
Now it's 80,000.
It's all right.
Next year they say they're gonna have one that's 60,000.
Few slices ain't gonna hurt you.
It's starting to be able to address
Unless you're going strict, like, I don't,
you have
unless you're being very strict with your diet, then no.
until very recently.
Oh, you're being strict. All right. I got you then. Then no. Then none of that. I got you, brother.
They've never really had a product that's made for companies as opposed to
Everybody going to order pizza. Yeah. Fucking Pizza Hut finna rip.
It's a smart company. They're gonna figure out how to do that. But also,
I would down 2 larges though. Damn. I could down like maybe 1 large. Maybe. I don't know about 2.
No joke. They really
2 is
focused on the thing these companies care about, and all
2 is a solid.
sort of R&D work they've done.
It's a solid amount.
I think when you just read the
Pizza don't
reviews
fill me up at all.
use this thing,
What?
they are just in love with it.
Dude, if you told me like salad doesn't fill you up, I get it. Like I could eat salad like all day long.
Awesome.
But straight bread? Like you don't get full off that? The box deal with the pizza and the wings, dude. M's ready to go. I love it. M's ready to go.
With only 2 of them probably maybe getting answered.
Dude, I can't believe that you don't get full off that. Dude, bread. If I sit here and eat bread, oh my god, I'll just be full. I love bread though. That's the funny thing. Recently, I don't like let myself eat a lot of it, but every once in a while, I'll have some oil and balsamic vinegar, a little salt, oregano, crushed red pepper. Love that shit. I love just like a nice little French baguette. Dip that shit in there. So good. But I don't like to eat a lot of bread like that. It's just like, 'cause I'm not there's so much gnarly carbs. I just don't like to eat bread that much like that. But I do love it.
That's a huge open-ended question. Like, what brain is going to power Optimus? I don't think that's decided. I don't think we just default and say, okay, it's going to be Grok 3.0 or 4.0 or whatever edition it is by the time Optimus is ready. But there will be some sort of LLM-style program powering interaction software on Optimus. So we'll see. I don't know. They may build that from the ground up.
Might be a good day on oil tomorrow, guys, to be honest. We have
Stock Talk. I'm gonna come to you after I read the next question. I want to know what question you would have asked.
no oil data tomorrow, it doesn't look like. I'm just noticing on oil on CL. We got the daily CBC flip. Today was like the dip day after the CBC flip. I'm curious. I'm keeping my eyes on it tomorrow morning for sure. I'm definitely keeping eyes on oil tomorrow morning. Just I know we're talking Tesla, but just I had a thought there.
Just like other voice assistant features like ChatGPT, you'd be able to talk to it, ask it about things, ask it about posts that it's seeing on X, and it would just work like any other LLM voice assistant.
Awesome. If anyone else has any other thoughts on this one, no worries. All right, the next question from Mike T. Elon mentioned unsupervised FSD in California and Texas next year. Does that mean regulators have agreed to it in the entire state for existing Hardware 3 and Hardware 4 vehicles? Like another. I'm sorry. I just read the next question too. That's actually kind of funny. We'll get to that. This feels like a stupid question. I feel like the answer is no. But I mean, Sawyer, have regulators? Does this mean regulators have agreed to it in the entire state for existing HW3 and HW4? That's definitely no, right?
I mean, I'm sure they have indications of how they'll lean, but like there are already companies in California that have already gotten approved. So like, why wouldn't Tesla be able to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to get a permit from the California DMV and the Public Utilities Commission. They haven't received a permit yet, so the answer is no. But presumably, if they want to launch in 2025, they're in the process of obtaining those permits. And we did hear, from Sawyer, for example, some talks with the Palo Alto city government. That could possibly be part of it as well.
That one's interesting. How much of this is like a city by city thing as opposed to a state by state thing? Like from what it sounds
That was so
like,
mean.
I
I'm so
know,
sorry, bro. Oh,
these other like Waymo or whatever it was can only like go in San
you
Francisco,
guys are
but it's like
funny.
a small part of it, and that's changed.
I kind of look at it like as like a domino effect. Like once a few places do it, a lot more fall in line. Similar to like we're seeing with this adoption of Starlink on airplanes or the adoption of Tesla's North American charging standard. Once you get those first like few people to do it, few regions, the others will follow pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, actually, most states now have some regulatory framework in place for driverless cars. So the majority of US states have a regulatory framework in place, but it's entirely regulated at the state level. So there's no real federal legislation. You're going to the California DMV or the Texas DMV, and there isn't really any sort of cooperation there. It's completely separate processes. If you want to get your self-driving cars in multiple states, like Waymo's doing, for example, you're working with multiple state governments to get that done. But it's a relatively straightforward process. Others have done it. They can revoke the permit if they need to, like in the case of Cruise. So you go to the state government and you usually tell them where you're planning to operate. So theoretically, the state government can give you a license to operate across the whole state. Because of logistical issues, needing to charge the car, needing to clean the car, things like that, the deployments are usually more limited than that. So most deployments, for example, are the city of San Francisco and Daly City. Los Angeles deployment is some parts of LA. Phoenix is, most of Phoenix. That's their biggest service area and 75% of their miles driven. So usually they pick one city more for operational reasons. And you go to the state and you say, hey, can I have a permit to operate in this area? And they'll grant you an area. So Tesla will probably say, hey, can I have a permit for Palo Alto or something like that, and continue to expand from there. Longer term, it would be helpful if we had a federal framework for autonomous cars, where you could have NHTSA or some federal agency give it approval once, and then you could run in all 50 states, but that's likely going to require new legislation.
Yep. A lot of stuff to end up listening how it works out. All right, you guys ready for this next question from Matthew E?
How many are there left?
Well, they normally answer like 6, we'll say, but they skip a lot of them. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the 6th one. So honestly, there's probably 3 or 4 more that are going to ask. This next one will not. What's the plan for 2025 is the whole question.
Okay. We'll just skip the ones that we know.
Hey, great question. What's the plan for 2025?
Yeah, like, dude, how do they get upvoted?
2.3K votes, 920,000 shares represented behind that one. Let's see, what's the dollar behind that? 920. We'll take the after hours price.
Look, okay, rather than go through these shitty questions, I'll give you an example, in my opinion, what should be asked, okay? If I was going to ask a question, and I'm just going to spitball these, so maybe they'll be a little bit wordy, but I would ask, okay, you've made it clear that your company's in a transition phase, right? As you phrased in the shareholder deck and have said many times before, you're between 2 phases of growth.
Good stuff, Braden.
With growth, there are growing pains. So can you please walk us through some of the specific measures that management is taking, like headcount reduction, to restore profitability and retain market share while the company pivots its CapEx profile to software and robotics? That's a good question. Because that forces...
Elon's going to be playing Diablo halfway through your question. He has a Twitter attention span. He's not going to follow that. You got to whittle that down a little bit.
No, yeah, I'm just spitballing a question, but I'm saying like that's a good question.
That's like an analyst question.
Yeah, I know, but those are the good questions. They're better than the retail questions. Like, I mean, let's be real. You know, you want to get detail on what measures the company is taking, things that can't be picked up in channel checks and data. That's what you want to hear a CEO answer on an earnings call. You don't want to hear a CEO answer something that can be found in publicly available data. You do not want to hear a CEO answer something with a product.
Love it, CR. Good stuff, baby.
What you want is to hear what
Yep.
measures the head of management as CEO is going to take to do things that need to be done. And in this case, that's what people are concerned.
I get you. It happens, man. It's gonna happen. But you get that shit back. It's all good.
But we'll see. You know, I think you can also ask them about, in light of that pivot, you can ask them, what advantages do you see Tesla having over competitors in these cutting edge industries? You know, how do you anticipate synergies in robotics and FSD investments to play out? You know, those are good questions. Like, I don't know. It just blows my mind that people ask about, like, what's happening in 2025? Like, when is this product coming out? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
What happened to the cool light up vape? It's right here. It's
Yeah,
just it's added
that
juice.
is definitely fair. Some fair sauce there.
So I have this one.
I do enjoy that.
This one lights up too. It's just not the Galaxy.
Ones, but we also kind of get the retail ones. Maybe I'd hope some of these are a little bit better. For example, the next question was what's going on with Tesla Roadster. Question after that was, will Tesla shareholders get priority when it comes to investing in SpaceX once SpaceX goes public? Okay, interesting question.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going public any day now.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find a good question here. Do you have any plans to expand Tesla insurance to more states in the near future? That one might actually get asked.
Yes.
You think I'm just gonna say yes? I mean, I think it's a fair question. I mean, think about it. Like, we.
Sorry, I know the space is stopped, guys. I just Paper sent me this video for School of Gains that I need to post. I just need the fucking link, which is there. Boom, got it. Boom. But I don't, do I? Where is it? All right. Oh shit, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. All right. We just gotta wait for that link to get fixed, and I'll get that posted. Paper just sent me a really dope video. I'll show you guys as soon as it's posted. For the School of Gains.
His price was pretty ridiculous. $1,900 a month. That's in.
Canada sucks. Do not live in Canada.
Western Canada is pretty nice. Vancouver is a great
Dude,
place.
it's a beautiful place. I love Banff. I go there regularly.
Banff is
Ugh.
Yeah, Banff is like one of the most beautiful places in the world. It's a beautiful place. The people are nice, but you know, if you want to make money, don't go there.
All right, Stock Talk, I'm sending you a text right now. You might want to do that one instead of the other ones. Looks pretty fire. I don't think we're gonna get through any of these other Say.com questions. I see we got Jaguar coming up here. Jaguar in the past has not been the biggest Tesla fan, and I saw your tweet out there. Listen, we're all here. We're reacting to information. And all that matters is when you see something new and it actually is a change, that you kind of change and share your opinions on there. Jaguar, we got some nice things coming out of the Jaguar Twitter page about Tesla. I feel like that doesn't happen too often. We gotta like celebrate it when it does.
Yeah, it's good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations to all the Wolves. This is the first time, I think, in about 6 or 7 quarters, I can say that this was a good quarter that should lead to a re-rating potential in the street. I would not be surprised if you see a lot of analysts tonight, tomorrow morning, raise price targets well above than what they had before. Talk about positively. The momentum is finally back in the company. There's just too many positives there, and when you compare this on a peer-to-peer valuation, not valuation, on a relative performance basis compared to other Mag 7, I think that's the part that one has to keep in mind that could lead to significant re-rating potential here, where $300 becomes an easy target, but I think maybe even all-time record high, over the course of next year or year and a half. I'll point out the most important thing in this presentation that really caught my attention, and I had to spend, I had to, first I glanced at it, and then I looked at it for quite a bit of detail to make sure that I was looking at the right set of numbers, and then read through the report to see, am I missing something here or not? But, you take a look at this, the slide deck that the company has, and they're coming off a 2 consecutive quarter of unit deliveries down on a year-over-year basis. But this quarter, unit deliveries up, total deliveries up 6% year-over-year. But what's most important is that with a 6% increase in deliveries, the EBITDA skyrocketed by 24% year-over-year.
You got time for a question?
So
Absolutely. Of course.
I mean, I think they have done maybe such an
I'm just posting stuff on Twitter right now. But yeah, of course. Got time for questions. Always. You said she bad in the first stream. Who are we talking about?
To put this in context, if I'm looking at starting
Oh, Braden wants Minxie. Oh.
7.6%, then 8.2%, then a massive crash to 5.5%. This is when everybody was shorting at the start of the year. Then 6.3%.
I don't want AI.
Now 10.8%. I mean, we went from mid-single digits to doubling within 6 months on the operating margin side to double-digit percentage, 10.8%. EBITDA went from EBITDA margin that is 16.1, 15.7, 15.9, 14.4. That is 4 consecutive quarters of declining EBITDA margin to boom, 18.5%. I mean, the profitability skyrocketed rather sharply. Now, I hope this momentum can continue, and I think this is precisely where everybody will be congratulating Tesla's management in earnings in the analyst commentary tonight and tomorrow, and which would lead to price target hikes on the street, in my opinion, and $300 becomes easy. But I hope that my only hope is that this is not a one-off event. I hope they can build on this, and then when you combine this view with the simple fact that, look, he could be a cabinet member at in Donald Trump's
I don't know, CR. I've never seen her. Yeah.
Opportunities for all the side businesses that he's getting into.
No idea, brother.
Right? We don't know where that would take to. I could easily see a path of re-rating here over the next several months and quarters. So, first time after at least 6.
Honestly, most of the time, Brent, after you've confirmed, like, okay, you're in a working trade, I would say most of the time, once you know you're in a trade that's like, you know, actually starting to work for you and you're starting to hit some targets, majority of the time, putting a stop at break even is probably the best decision, in my opinion. Or like, you know, 10 points below your entry type of thing. Especially if you're getting like a little bit of confirmation of your trade working already. But I mean, it all depends on your risk management, right? And it all depends on what you're comfortable with losing, especially on that specific trade, whether or not that opportunity feels, whether you feel confident in it or not, right? That's why trying to have good entries is so important, because it makes managing risk easy. Poor entries makes managing risk difficult, right? So that's why getting a key entry, at least trading futures for me, is very important. Yeah, for the most part, unless in my opinion you're like, you've taken a small starter and you're looking to add to something, Braden's for the most part right. Yeah, I would say I would agree there. Like, yeah, maybe if I enter a few contracts and I want to add more, then I'll let it go down 10-20 points, but you know, if you have a spot and you're taking heavy there, you know, yeah, 10-20 points, you probably don't want to let it go more than that, because you're probably looking to make 30 to 40 points, right? And trim out majority of the position, which is a good risk to reward if you're risking 10 to 20 points. So I agree there. With swings, I taught myself into holding when I know it's turning, but I have time when it never comes back in time. Hard stops get wicked. Yeah, I don't use hard stops in swing trading.
It's called that. Look, guys, this
I do
issue
not.
that we faced in Red Sea, which led to closures, part closures, and higher costs, are going to go away. That's number one. Number two, we're going to do 0% financing or low interest financing, whatever the schemes they had. Which would lead to improvement in unit
Oh yeah,
deliveries.
Tesla still got the
right?
earnings
They
call
were
to get
putting
through.
seeds down for all of these things.
We're gonna
back
see.
in April.
You're talking to
you know,
the king
March,
of poor
April,
entries.
May.
Oh, bro, don't worry, it can get better, man. I had some horrible entries today trying to play the long side, man. I ended up making it back, but it was a bad morning. It was a tough morning. So don't worry, man. We all have times where we're taking poor entries. It's okay. Just got to make sure it doesn't, you know, continue, right? But yeah, earnings call gonna be interesting. We're waiting for it. It starts in about 10 minutes here. I gotta get the headphones on because we're gonna be listening to the earnings call live. I know they're gonna be listening to it on Spaces as well, but we're gonna run it loud and clear here on the stream for everybody to listen to. So get ready for that. And if you guys want to join on Earnings Hub, feel free. We'll be in the chat. Me and all the boys. So feel free to join the chat. Type some avocados. We always love that.
You can see this stock even tomorrow get higher to go even more, and then just continue to add on, you know, tag on more and more gains. So that's all I really want here. I want him to say, this is growth returning. That's all I.
Yeah, if you feel it'll help you get the muscle memory going, and you want to keep that going, then yeah, absolutely, Brett. I personally, for swings, like set stop losses just don't really work for me. It's always been bad in terms of options, because options move so much differently rather than futures. With futures, I feel like I need to have set stops almost like 100% of the time. You know what I mean? Unless it's like really slow, you know, but like for the most part, it's like always having stops in with futures. For me, on swings, it just like it just doesn't make sense with my style at all. But yeah, that's another thing. Like, if you can't close those trades yourself, then having a set stop is like mandatory, obviously, right? with the swings, it's very easy for me to close positions because likely I'm majority of the time in multiple swings at once as well. So it's like, okay, if I'm hitting my stop on one, I'm not really worried about that. I'll take the L. I'm not even worried about it because I have 4 other positions that I'm worried about. You know, so that's another thing. That's why I was saying this morning, I don't know if you were here for it, but I was saying if you struggle with like being emotionally attached to a trade in your swing trading, I don't recommend this for short-term futures trading, but for the swing trading, if you're buying time, I do recommend being in multiple positions at once. You might think you're splitting your focus, but with swing trades, if you're buying time, you don't need all your focus on one chart all day long. You don't at all. So that's where I say it's nice to be a little diversified and have multiple positions on, because then you're not worried about one position. You know what I mean?
I have a feeling there's going to be a political comment in there too, but really not much. Well, also remember, like in the Q2 earnings call, Elon said that they were sort of waiting to decide on what to do long term with the Gig in Mexico factory, and they're waiting for this election to be over. So we're 2 weeks away from that. So, yeah. Yeah, there's also been some other commentary. There was like, I don't want to misquote it. There was 2 chip companies that were talking about like we're gonna wait until the election before one of them is maybe.
Give me a second, guys.
There's a call comment Intel, but I could be so far.
I need to.
So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I want to throw the same question over to you and kind of what you're expecting for this earnings call, what you're hoping for. We heard a question you'd want to ask though, so I appreciate that. But yeah, as we're getting close to the call, what are you watching? How you feeling?
I mean, kind of what I said earlier. We kind of already touched on that. I'd like some detail on what measures they are taking, that they did take in this quarter, to improve cost efficiency. I think the street cares a lot about that because I think the story of margin compression and stagnating volume growth is kind of become a consensus view on this. You know, he can really hammer in very specifics and will continue to undertake to stem those concerns. I think the street will like that. I think, you know, stock price action will like that as well. And then secondly, I'd like to hear something. I don't know, update isn't the right word, but I'd like to hear something along the lines of specific measures they're taking in the Optimus and FSD programs. Benchmarking's always been a thing that I'd like them to kind of develop more and have as more of a public-facing thing with regard to benchmarking miles intervention with FSD. They haven't really shown a great willingness to do that, but maybe they will now that the Robotax. I'm not looking forward to the retail questions, but I think some of the analysts asked the same questions, so we'll see if they get it.
All right, we got the fucking link. Let's go. Guys, I'm so ready for School of Gains. Oh my god. If you guys are in the Paper Gains Discord. Well, hold on. I'll talk about it. Give me a second.
You know, I'm just curious about these new products. I don't think we're going to get any information on that, but any clues they can get, I think are going to be really exciting. And just FSD, I see FSD and the international expansion of FSD as something that's going to continue to drive and actually accelerate this margin expansion. So any comments on that, the build out of the new training cluster, the progress they're seeing, I think I'll be listening for as well.
Awesome. I see we got the William My Boy account up here. Are they playing like the intro music yet on the call?
Yep. I'll play it as soon as the call starts.
Perfect. Sorry, sending out a text. I don't think, yeah, Shai won't be able to talk probably. And we went over to Jag. Emp, you got anything you want to talk about? Anything you're listening for on this earnings call?
Honestly, I don't have big expectations. I kind of hope that Elon just kind of stays the course, and we hold on to this. To be honest, I think most of the information we've been looking for is already out. I think he'll just kind of hit the highlights of this. We'll see if we get any surprises or anything. And then I heard them mention that I'm a resident of Mexico. That Gigafactory Mexico, yeah, it's been announced ever since. There's really not even been any news releases. Even though the government's built a ton of like infrastructure stuff around it, they're still, you know, fighting for it to happen. I think it will at some point or another. Obviously, Elon's playing that smart right there. There was an interesting story. Eugenio Grande
All right.
was kind of the head of the
All right. So guys, I'm about to post this on Twitter right now. It is a video trailer for School of Gains that Paper Gains is hosting. This is going to be basically just a big ass webinar event with everybody. It's going to be a whole class in session. It's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait. We have everybody. We have literally everybody in there. We have everybody. We have everybody doing this right now. So I'm going to get this posted in a second.
For them to say, you know, 27K.
We're going to have 20 hours of in-depth education on trading equities, options, and futures. It's going to be fucking gnarly.
Made comments a couple of weeks ago in an interview that it generally takes NVIDIA's clients 1 year to assemble these things, and sometimes up to 3 years to plan the assembly of these clusters. XAI assembled theirs in 19 days, and it's the largest in the world with 100K H100s. Tesla now has Cortex, so XAI's cluster is called Colossus. Put the tweet at the top if you want to check it out. But XAI's cluster is called Colossus, and Tesla's is called Cortex. So now between the two of them, they have 150,000 H100s that are up and running by the end of the month. That is a massive advantage in the AI race for Elon, considering he's the head of both those companies. So I think that's a kind of an underrated feature of this earnings report. I mean, there's a lot of positive things here, but that was an underrated statement they had in the earnings deck.
All right, guys, we are now 3 minutes away. Whoa. Quick throw clear. That was, it's been a long spaces. But, yeah, we are now 3 minutes away from this earnings call starting. Let's get excited. The stock is up about 5, 6, 7, 8%, whatever it is. I saw some quotes about IBM in there. Yeah, 9.4% heading into the earnings call.
All right. And, you know, this is Elon Musk we're talking about. This isn't some boring earnings call where they answer questions about, can you give color on this? Anything could happen. He could accelerate this move. He could completely reverse this move. He could just say something completely off.
All right, get ready for the earnings call, guys. I'm going to bring it up right now. We're getting ready to go. It is starting. Throw some avocados in the chat if you guys are on Earnings Hub yourself.
Oh, come on, Jack. You listen to the previous calls.
Get this. 1 second. Yeah, that'll be a little off script, but it will be a good time. I'm sure we'll get some happy Elon too. Stuff's going well with SpaceX. I saw they were doing a launch like literally during this. Someone wanted me to ask about Tesla's business.
I'll turn the audio up when we finally have the earnings call starting.
Alright, so yeah, some stuff. We're going to be listening to this call in a minute here. I did just pin up in the nest above a tweet with a link to Earnings Hub, which has the live earnings call on there. So you guys can listen to it with us. There is also a live chat on there, so you can share your thoughts and go in and just kind of in real time tell us how you're thinking. I really wish this space has had a live chat in here, so we're kind of making.
All right, guys, before this Tesla call starts, I'm going to mute this real quick, and we're going to take a look at the video that Paper Gains made for the School of Gains. So give me a second. It's loading up. It's getting ready to go. It just posted right now, you guys should all like and retweet this if you can. Would appreciate it very much. Where is it? Where is it?
Here we go. Stocks up about 10%, 9.5%. Maybe it's a call. Good music.
Here we go. This is the little intro video. Oh yeah, baby. 4 weeks, 10 masterminds. Let's fucking go. We got everybody. We got everybody. Let's go. Love that little video paper made. Shout out to that. That link to sign up and get access to, we're gonna have 4 weeks straight of just fucking value. Education. That link is in the tweet below. It's gonna be fucking crazy. So, back to the earnings call. What do we got? Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'll throw the link for School of Gains right now in guys, if you want to potentially sign up, I will throw the link in the chat for you. Do you want the Discord invitation for our free Discord, or do you want the Discord invitation for Paper Gains Discord? We have both. There is the link for... Here, I'll just do this.
During the live call, the tweet pinned up in the nest above has a link. Will take you right to the call going on Earnings Hub. You can listen to Earnings Call, all the Earnings calls on Earnings Hub, by the way. So shout out to that. But yeah, check it out.
Okay, there's the School of Gains sign-up link.
Hey, Sam.
And then the Paper Gains Discord link is right there. Hold on a second. It's about to pop up. I just pinned the School of Gains sign-up link. The Discord link is about to get posted. Still waiting on it.
I can't imagine stuff on SpaceX and
There it is. There's the link for Paper Gains Discord right there.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tesla's third quarter 2024
Earnings call is starting.
My name is Travis Axelrod.
Listen
Head of
up.
Investor Relations,
And if you
I'm
can't
joined
listen,
today
don't
by Elon
worry.
Musk,
AI
Dev
summaries later.
and a number
Brought
of
to you by
other
Earnings Hub.
executives. Our Q3 results were announced at about 3 p.m. Central Time in the update deck we published at the same link as this webcast. During this call, we will discuss our business outlook and make forward-looking statements. These comments are based on our predictions and expectations as of today. Actual events or results could differ materially due to a number of risks and uncertainties, including those mentioned in our most recent filings with the SEC.
I know, right?
During the question and answer portion
we've
of
told
today's
them.
call, please limit yourself to one question and one follow-up. Please use the raise hand button to join the question queue. Before we jump into Q&A, Elon has some opening remarks. Elon?
Thank you. So to recap, as someone saying, it's something that automotive industry are seeing year-over-year declines in order volumes in Q3. Tesla at the same time has achieved record deliveries. In fact, I think if you look at EV companies worldwide, to the best of my knowledge, no EV company is even profitable. And I'm not, to the best of my knowledge, there was no EV division of any company, of any existing auto company that is profitable. So it is notable that Tesla is profitable despite a very challenging automotive environment.
Avocado.
And this quarter actually is a record Q3 for us. So we produced our 7th million vehicle actually just yesterday. So congratulations to the teams that made it happen at Tesla. That's a staggeringly immense amount of work to make 7 million cars. Let's see, and we also have the energy storage business is growing like wildfire. with strong demand for both Megapack and Powerwall. And as people know, on October 10th,
Let's see,
we
Elon.
laid
Do
out
we
a
hold
vision
the
for
move
an
or do you
autonomous
fuck it all up?
electric future
Let's
that
see.
I think is very compelling.
Let's see.
The Tesla team did a phenomenal job there with actually giving people an opportunity to experience the future, where you have humanoid robots walking among the crowd, not with a canned video presentation or anything, but literally walking among the crowd, serving drinks and whatnot. And we had 50 autonomous vehicles. There were 20 Cybercabs, but there were an additional 30 Model Ys operating fully autonomously the entire night, carrying thousands of people doing, with no incidents the entire night. And for those who went there, it's worth emphasizing that the Cybercab had no steering wheel or brake or accelerator pedals, meaning there was no way for anyone to intervene manually, even if they wanted to, and the whole night went very smoothly. So, regarding the vehicle business, we are still on track to deliver more affordable models starting in the first half of 2025. This is, I think probably people are wondering, well, what should they assume for vehicle sales growth next year? And at the risk of to take a bit of risk here, I do want to give some rough estimate, which is I think it's 20 to 30% vehicle growth next year. Notwithstanding negative external events, like if there's some force majeure events, like some big war breaks out or interest rates go sky high or something like that, then we can't overcome massive force majeure events. But I think with our lower cost vehicles, with the advent of autonomy, something like a 20 to 30% growth next year is my best guess.
20 to 30% growth next year.
And then Cybercab reaching volume production in 26. I do feel confident of Cybercab reaching volume production in 26. Not just starting production, but reaching volume production in 26. And that should be substantial growth. We're aiming for at least 2 million units a year.
2 million units a year.
That'll be in more than one factory, but I think it's at least 2 million units a year, maybe 4 million ultimately. These are just my best guesses, but if you ask me what my best guess is, those are my best guesses. The 46, the Cell 4680 lines, the team is actually doing great work there. The 4680 is rapidly approaching the point where it is the most competitive cell. So when you consider the fully landed, the cost of a battery pack fully landed in the U.S., net of incentives and duties, the 4680 is tracking to be the most competitive, meaning lower cost per kilowatt hour fully considered than any other alternative, which is not quite there yet, but we're close to being there, which I think is extremely exciting. And we've got a lot of ideas to go well beyond that. So I think if we execute well, the 4680 will have the Tesla internally produced cell will be the most cost competitive cell in certainly North America. A testament to a tremendous amount of hard work there by the team. So that's it. We'll continue to buy a lot of cells from our competitors. Our intent is not to make cells just internally. So I don't want to set off any alarm bells here. We're obviously increasing substantially our vehicle output and our stationary storage output. So we need a lot of cells. And most of them will still come from suppliers, but I think it is some good news that the Tesla internal cell is tracking to be the most competitive in the US.
Oh,
So with respect to autonomy,
Brent with the
most
super chat.
people are
Let's
are
go,
experiencing in the
baby.
cars.
He says, thanks for your
both
time,
from
Jay. Thanks
week
for
to
everybody
week,
here in the chat that also
there
helps
are
and talks to the
significant
mental side of
improvements
this job. It's hard
in
for everybody
the
at times.
miles
Duh.
between interventions.
Absolutely hard for everybody at times. I had a rough
So
morning.
with the
We turned it around, but
12.5,
I'm not too proud of
full self-driving and Cybertruck,
turning it around because I said I was
the-
done. But we turned it
combining the
around.
code into a single stack.
But,
So that the city driving and
Yeah,
the
man.
end-to-end highway driving
I
are
love
on
doing
one
the
stack,
streams. I'm glad you're here.
which is a big improvement for the highway.
I love
driver.
having the chat too.
So
We
it's-
have the whole
it's just all
community to
neural
bounce
nets.
off of. You know what I mean? And it's awesome. And I'm
the
I'm
release
stoked you're a
of,
part of it,
actually
bro.
Smart
So,
Summon.
shout out to everybody in the streams, man. You guys are awesome.
We try to have Sesame
W's in the
over here at
chat,
Test.
baby. Hope I can do the same for anyone at some point. Oh yeah.
And we're
Just
also,
been on a losing streak.
so
We all,
that, that's
dude, we all have it.
12.5.
We
version
all have
13
it.
of FSD is going out soon. Ashok will elaborate more on that later in the call. We expect to see roughly a 5 or 6 fold improvement in miles between interventions compared to 12.5.
Tesla continuing to push off this.
And actually, looking at the year as a whole, the improvement in miles between interventions, we think will be at least 3 orders of magnitude. So that's a very dramatic improvement in the course of the year, and we expect that trend to continue next year. So the current internal expectation, emphasizing internal expectation for the Tesla FSD having longer miles between intervention than human is the second quarter of next year, which means it may end up being the third quarter, but it's next. It seems extremely likely to be next year. Sure, do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, when measuring miles between critical interventions, yeah, like you mentioned, Elon, we already made a 100x improvement with 12.5 from starting of this year, and then with V13 release, we expect to be 1000x from the beginning, from January of this year on my production release software. And this came in because of technology improvements, going to end-to-end, having higher frame rate, partly also helped by hardware force, more capabilities, so on. And we hope that we continue to scale the neural network, the data, the training compute, etc. By Q2 next year, we should cross over the average human miles per critical intervention, or like collision in that case.
I mean, that is just unvarnished our internal estimate.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's no sandbagging or anything else. Our internal estimate is Q2 of next year to be safer than human, and then to continue with rapid improvements thereafter. Now a lot. Vast majority of humanity has no idea that Teslas can drive themselves. So, especially for something like a Model 3 or Model Y, it looks like a normal car.
By the way, guys, for the School of Gains,
you don't
that
expect normal car
that
to
link
be
I
able
have
to
pinned in the chat, if you
intelligently
are
drive
looking
itself.
to participate in that, I
looks
just got a
different.
discount code from
Some truck
Paper.
looks different, but Model Y and Model 3 they're good-looking cars, but look.
I just got a discount code from Paper. If you use discount code spaces, all caps,
intelligence,
you get 15% off.
Enough AI to be able to drive itself, but it does. So we do want to expose that to more people, and so we're doing every time we have a significant improvement in the software.
Oh yeah, Brent, it's nice to have other people to bounce off of and just other people to talk to. By the way,
try it again.
I didn't realize until now that's
and we are
Brent's
seeing
third
a
super
significant
chat
improvement
on the
in
channel.
adoption.
Shout out to that.
So
Number 3, baby. Let's go.
The
Let's go.
take rate for
It's a good day.
FSD has improved substantially, especially after the 1010 event. Yeah, so there's no need to wait for robotaxi or Cybercab to experience full autonomy. We expect to achieve that next year with our existing vehicle lineup.
For what it's worth, actually, Smart Summon gives a small taste of what it's going to look like. The car able to drive itself to the user within private parking lots. Currently, it's speed limited, but then it's going to quickly be increased. And we already had more than 1 million usage in terms of Smart Summon.
Yep. So, and we actually, we have, for Tesla employees in the Bay Area, we already are offering a ride hailing capability. So you can actually use, with the development app, you can request a ride, and it'll take you anywhere in the Bay Area. We do have a safety driver for now, but the software required to do that, we've developed. And I mean, David, do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. It's David. We showed some screenshots of this in the Q1 shareholder deck. And yeah, this is real. We've been testing it for the better part of the year, and the building blocks that we needed in order to build this functionality and deliver it to production, we've been thinking about and working on for years. It just so happens that we've used those building blocks to deliver great features for our customers in the meantime, such as sharing your profile, synchronizing it across cars, so that every single car that you jump into, whether it's another car that you own or a car that somebody's loaned to you or a rental car that you jump into, it looks exactly like yours. Everything's synchronized, seat mirror positions, media, navigation, everything is the same. Just what you would expect from one of our robotaxis. But we gave that functionality to our customers right now because we built it intending for it to be used in the future. We're releasing that functionality now. All the end-to-end cybersecurity that we knew we were going to need to deliver that functionality. Sending a navigation to destination from your phone to the vehicle. And so, you're doing that now with the ride hailing app, but it's something that we've made available to customers for years. Seeing the progress on a route in the mobile app, that's something you'll need for the ride hailing app, but again, we released it in the meantime. So it's not like we're just starting to think about this stuff right now while we're building out, the early stages of our ride hailing network. We've been thinking about this for quite a long time, and we're excited to get the functionality out there.
Yeah, and we do expect to roll out ride hailing in California and Texas next year to the public. Now, California is somewhat, there's quite a long regulatory approval process. I think we should get approval next year, but it's contingent upon regulatory approval. Texas is a lot faster, so it's I'd say like we'll definitely have it available in Texas. And probably have it available in California, subject to regulatory approval, and then and maybe some other states actually next year as well, but at least California and Texas. So I think that'd be very exciting. That's really a profound change. Tesla becomes more than a sort of vehicle and battery manufacturing company.
Tesla still pumping here. Let's get over 240, baby.
So, let's
get over
Q3
240.
safety
Oh
report,
boy.
which shows one crash for every 7 million miles of autopilot. That compares to the U.S.
Let her
average of one
fucking
crash
cook.
roughly every 700,000 miles. So it's currently showing a 10x safety improvement relative to the U.S. average. And we continue to expand our AI training capacity to accommodate the needs of both FSD and Optimus. We are currently not training compute constrained. That's probably the biggest limiting factor is that the FSD is actually getting so good that it takes us a while to actually find mistakes. When you start getting to where it can take 10,000 miles to find a mistake, it takes a while to actually figure out which is this build, is this software build better than, is software build A better than software build B? It actually takes you a while to figure it out because neither one of them are making mistakes. What take a long time to make mistakes. So that's actually the single biggest limiting factor is how long does it take us to figure out which version is better. So it's sort of high-class problem. Obviously, having a giant fleet is very helpful for breaking this out. And then with Optimus, we showed a massive improvement in Optimus's dexterity and movement on October 10th, and our next gen hand and forearm, which has 22 degrees of freedom, which is double the prior hand and forearm. It's extremely human-like. It also has much better tactile sensing. It's really, I feel confident saying that we have the most advanced humanoid robot by a long shot. And we're moreover the only company that really has all of the ingredients necessary to scale humanoid robots. Because the things that what other companies are missing is that they're missing the AI brain, and they're missing the ability to really scale to very high volume production. So you sometimes see some impressive video demos, but they lack the localized AI and the ability to scale volume to very high numbers. As I've said on a few occasions before, I think Optimus will ultimately be the most powerful part. And I think it has a good chance of being the most valuable product ever made. For the energy business, that's doing extremely well. And there's the opportunity ahead is gigantic. The Lathrop Megapack factory reached 200 megapacks a week, which is now a 40 gigawatt hour a year run rate. And we have a second factory in Shanghai that will begin with a 20 gigawatt hour a year run rate in Q1 next year, so just next quarter. That'll also scale.
When are you
up.
gonna upload the shorts?
It won't be long before
I need to figure that shit
we're
out
shipping
still, man.
100 gigawatt hours a year.
I'm still having trouble, but
and it'll
I don't know, maybe
I mean,
YouTube fucking will figure that out.
that'll
one day.
ultimately grow, I think, to multiple terawatt hours per year. It has to actually, in order to have a sustainable energy future. If you're not at the terawatt scale, you're not really moving the needle.
Braden's out. Sounds good, baby. I'm wrapping things up when this earnings call's over, but
if you look at our
doing good so
admittedly very
far.
complicated
Things are going well.
last master plan.
We're continuously
Which I
making
think actually is
highs.
too
Things
much
are not
detail.
coming back in like they usually do.
Maybe I'll ask Grok to analyze it and shorten it up.
I just
Yeah,
hope
give us
I
the
just hope that
TLDR
continues
on
into the morning.
the last master plan. But we showed in that master plan that it is possible to take all of Earth to a fully sustainable
Bora.
energy situation.
Look at the boys. I love
using
it.
sustainable energy, power generation,
CR wants some
and
drilling
batteries
from Jordan.
and
Hey,
electric
yo.
transport.
He probably does.
And there are
He
no
probably does.
fundamental material limitations. Like there's not some
Look at he put
very
the
rare
hundreds.
material that we don't have enough of on Earth. We actually have enough of the raw materials to
The fuck?
take all of human civilization, make it fully sustainable. And even if civilization dramatically increased its electricity usage, it would still be fully sustainable. You know, one way to think of the progress of a civilization, this may sound a little esoteric, but is percentage completion of Kardashev scale. So Kardashev scale 1 would be you're using all the power of
Guys, we're trying to
planet.
make it so everybody that signs
we're
up for
currently
School
less
of
than
Gains
1%
also
on
gets a
Kardashev level.
100K Elite Trader
Level
funding
1.
account.
Level 2 would be using all
And
the power
throw
of the
in a
sun.
free hoodie.
And level 3,
Guys, just
all
know,
the power of the galaxy.
just know if you do
So we have a
sign
long way
up
to
for
go.
School of Gains, you're not only getting 4 weeks of like
It's
straight
long.
value and education from everybody on the Spaces panel,
When you think
but
in
you're
Kardashev
also going to
terms,
get a bunch of cool little
it becomes
goodies
obvious
as
that
well. You're going to get a bunch of
by
cool little
far the
goodies
biggest
as well.
source
So
of energy is the sun. Everything else is in the noise. So
Bora, you mad sus for that, bro?
so in conclusion, Tesla is focused on building the future of energy, transport, robotics.
CR
and
not
AI.
having it, bro. He's like,
And this is a time when others
sir.
are just focused on managing around
CSLT
near-term
is
trends.
renting.
We think what we're doing is the right approach, and if we execute on our objectives, and I think we will, Tesla. My prediction is Tesla will become the most valuable company in the world, and probably by a long shot. I want to thank the Tesla team once again for strong execution in a tough operating environment, and we're looking forward to building an incredibly exciting future. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Elon. And Vaibhav has some opening remarks as well.
Yeah, thanks. Our Q3 results were overall positive and once again demonstrate the scale to which business has evolved over the years with the generation of record operating cash flows of 6.3 billion. Our automotive revenues grew both quarter-over-quarter and year-on-year.
He always be saying some weird gay shit.
We did experience reduction in ASPs, primarily due to the impact of financing incentives.
Low
As a
key, but
reminder,
it's all right. It's all
we're
right.
providing these incentives
Love you,
primarily
Braden.
using
Later, brother.
third-party banks and financial
What a note to
institutions
leave on.
and recognize the cost of these incentives as an upfront
Oh.
reduction to revenue. We released FSD
Y'all are
for
funny, bro.
Cybertruck and other features like
Y'all are
actually
funny.
smart summon, like Elon talked about in North America, which contributed 326 million of revenues in the quarter. We continue to see elevated levels of
All the
revenue
jokes
improving
have some
credit
truth to
sales,
them.
with 2 billion of
Oh.
revenues so far this year.
Uh-oh, it's all
Expand
coming
on
out in the
this,
chat
at an
today,
industry
huh?
level, China continues to outperform
Uh-oh.
US and Europe by a factor of 3.
Pump
And
it!
if there is something to be learned from
Ah.
that, this gives a signal of what is to come in other regions as customers' acceptance of EV grows. And we feel that is the right strategy to build affordable and more compelling units. Our focus remains on growing unit volume while avoiding a buildup of inventory.
Not particularly,
To support this
Bora,
strategy,
no.
we're continuing to offer extremely compelling vehicle
Oh,
financing
shit.
options in every market. When you compare any vehicle in our lineup with other OEMs, we believe our vehicles provide much better value, particularly when you consider the safety features, performance, and unparalleled software functionalities like David also talked about, include also what Ashok had talked about around autonomy, music options, parental controls, and much more. While every vehicle in our lineup comes up with these capabilities, there is an awareness gap, not just with buyers, but at times even with existing owners. We plan on making these more visible in our interactions with both existing and future customers. Automotive margins improved quarter-over-quarter as a result of FSD feature release discussed before. Increase in our overall production and delivery volume, continued benefit from commodity pricing, and more localized deliveries in region, which resulted in lower freight and duties. Sustaining these margins in Q4, however, will be challenging given the current economic environment. Note that we are focused on the cost per vehicle, and there are numerous work streams within the company to squeeze out costs without compromising on customer experience.
Yeah, something that's a helpful, hopefully a helpful macro trend is if there's a decline in interest rates, this has a massive effect on the on automotive demand. The vast majority of people, the demand is driven by the monthly payment. Can they afford the monthly payment? So I think most likely we'll see continued decline in interest rates, which helps with affordability of vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, that is one trend which we
Did
observed in the
Lilith
industry
approve of the
you know,
story? I don't think
because
she's
of
seen it yet.
affordability being impacted because of
But yeah,
interest
she's
rates,
going to.
people are holding on to the cars longer, especially in the US. And
She
that
has
is
not seen it
actually
yet.
having an impact on the
She
overall
will though.
industry.
She's at, I'm pretty sure she's in class.
As we discussed earlier, as we discussed in prior quarters, energy deployments fluctuate quarter-over-quarter due to customer readiness, location of orders being fulfilled, and not necessarily an indicator of demand or production within the quarter. While we did see a decline in Q3, we expect to grow deployments sequentially in Q4 to end the year with more than double of last year. Energy margins in Q3 were a record at more than 30%. This is a function of mix of projects being deployed in the quarter. Note that there will be fluctuation in margins as we manage through deployments and our inventory. Our pipeline and backlog continue to grow quarter-over-quarter as we fill our 2025 production slots, and we're doing our level best to keep up with the demand. Just coming back on automotive margins, I talked about what is happening. One other thing which I want to also share is that we will continue to keep whatever we can to squeeze, like I said before, about squeezing out the cost. But this is something which we also are very capable of. I mean, just in Q3, we
Pump it!
reached
Pump
the
it!
lowest cost
I
per
want to
vehicle.
see over fucking
And that is the
250
trend
by
which we want to
open.
keep focus on.
I want to see over 250 at open.
Going on to service and other, we continue to show improvements in Q3. This was a result of better performance both in our service
Come
business,
on.
which includes collision, parts sales, and merchandise, and continued growth in supercharging. These fleet-based revenues will continue to grow as the overall fleet size increases. Our operating expenses declined quarter-over-quarter and on a year-on-year basis. This is partially due to the restructuring we undertook in Q2. Cost saving from these initiatives were partially offset by increase in costs related to our AI efforts. We've started using the GPU cluster based out of our factory in Austin ahead of schedule and are on track to get 50K GPUs deployed in Texas by the end of this month. One thing which I'd like to elaborate is that we're being very judicious on our AI compute spend too.
Won my first scramble
And
golf
saying
tourney
how
last
best we
Sunday.
can utilize the
Just the
existing
intermediate division. So
infrastructure before making further
that's a great
investments.
time. Fuck. I've never played a
On
golf
the
tournament.
CapEx front, we
Maybe
had
one
about
day.
3.5
Maybe one
million
day.
in the quarter. This was
Bora, have a great
sequential
night.
increase
We'll
largely
see you tomorrow,
because of
baby.
investments in AI compute.
Bright and early.
We now
You know it.
expect the
Or
CapEx
late
for the year
tonight.
to be
Fucking
in
trading
excess of
futures. I don't
11
know.
billion.
We'll see.
We shared our vision
Yeah,
for
I'd
the
be down,
future
Brent.
at the We Robot
I
event
haven't
at the
played in a
beginning
minute.
of the month.
I haven't played an actual round in a minute.
Tesla team is
I'll play.
hyper-focused on delivering on that vision. Now all efforts are
Uh-oh.
underway to
Futures
make
are
it
now
a
open
reality.
again. Uh-oh.
While we've
CR, are
achieved
you already
significant
trading?
progress this year,
This
it will
motherfucker.
take time to get
He's
this
probably already so
as
long
we pioneer
MNQ
new
right
and
now.
incredibly complex technologies and navigate a fragmented regulatory landscape. Future is incredibly bright, and I want to thank the Tesla team once
Look
again.
at Emp's on it. Emp's on it. He says future's open.
Great. Thank you
He's
very much,
fucking
Emma.
ready.
Now we'll
He's
go to
fucking
some
ready.
questions.
Get on it,
First one
Emp.
is,
It's a long.
Is Tesla still on track to deliver the more affordable model next year, as mentioned by
Oh,
Elon
fuck.
earlier? And how does it align with your
Back
AI
into it, huh?
roadmap?
We just get an hour break. Back into it, huh?
As Elon and I both
Jesus
said,
Christ.
our plan.
Ah.
To meet that in the first half of next year, our mission has always been to lower the cost of our vehicles to increase the adoption of sustainable energy and transport. Part of that is lowering the cost of our current vehicles, which is where all of the personally owned vehicles that we sell today come in.
Well,
But
we got the
next
meat of
stage
the
in that
earnings
really
call
is
pretty much with
within the
Elon.
AI roadmap is when we bring in robotaxis, which lowers the initial cost of getting into an EV, and that's really where we see the marriage of EV roadmap and the AI roadmap.
Want to get long at 280.
It'll be like with incentives sub 30K.
280. I see you. I see you. I see you.
Thank you very much. Similar question next. When can we expect
see you,
Tesla to give us the
Butterman.
$25,000 non-robotaxi regular car model?
We're not making it on robot.
Yeah, all our vehicles today are robotaxis.
I think we've made very clear that
Well-
we're the future is autonomous. It's going to be, and I actually said this many years ago, but that in my strong belief, and I believe that is panning out to be true, so it'll be very obvious in retrospect, is that the future is autonomous electric vehicles, and non-autonomous gasoline vehicles in the future will be like riding
Yeah,
a horse and
250 would
using a
even be
flip phone.
better for sure.
It's not that there are no horses. Yeah, there are some horses, but they're unusual. They're niche. So it just everything's going to be electric autonomous. I think this is blind, like it should be frankly blindingly obvious at this point that is the future. So a lot of automotive companies, most automotive companies have.
Let's go,
not-
Elon. You're a fucking
not
goat,
using
baby.
license, which
You're a
is
fucking goat.
surprising.
Pump my bags.
We've been
Pump
shouting this from
my
the top for
bags.
some time.
That's all I have to
we're encouraged
say.
their dedication
Pump
to the
my
future.
fucking bags, baby.
But all of our vehicles in the future will be
Get it gone.
Even today.
Yes,
All the way
vehicles
gone.
that we've
Get her gone.
Really made of the 7 million.
300
vehicles,
plus.
The vast majority are capable of autonomy.
Let's fucking ride.
And
All I want.
currently making
Give
on
me
the order
a
of
yearly close
35,000
over 300, and I'm
autonomous vehicles a week.
so. Dude, if
you compare that to,
Tesla
say,
gets a
Waymo's
yearly
entire
close
fleet, it's
over
less than
300,
less than 1,000
I'm
cars.
just fucking hitting it fucking doggy
we-
style.
Yeah,
with
not
my
normal,
leg
normal.
up, just
Yeah,
just
most of
hitting
it
it
normal.
doggy,
The
bro.
Cybertruck looks
That's
thankfully,
exactly how I'm
you know,
feeling. If Tesla closes
looks
over 300 this year,
abnormal.
just
And then the Cybercab
slam it.
/ robotaxi. You know, we wanted to have something futuristic.
Yeah, you didn't know I was a
Because
fucking
futuristic,
dog.
And it's worth noting with respect to the Cybercab, it's not
Tesla's
it's actually
getting
not just a revolution in vehicle design, but a revolution in vehicle manufacturing. That is also
I
coming
want
with
it.
the-
Give
with
me
the
it.
Cybercab.
I want it.
Dude,
yearly
the cycle
close over
times, like
300 is
um,
sexual.
The units per
Damn.
per hour
Yeah, damn is right.
of
Didn't
the
know I was a fucking freak, huh?
Cybercab line it is like this is just really something special. I mean, this is
Oh, we will see. We will see, ladies and gents.
half
We
order
will
of
see.
magnitude better than
Well, this is a great
other
start.
car
Starter long.
manufacturing lines. Like,
Ah, love it.
like,
Fucking dog,
like,
bro.
Not even the same.
You're
league,
such a
is what I'm saying.
dog.
Not in the same league.
God.
So it's
CR, I hope
you
you
know,
clipped
and
that, by the way.
I said
That's great content.
several years ago.
If I can ever fucking post clips again.
Maybe the most the hottest Tesla product to copy will be the factory.
Already,
Just like
damn.
Biofactory.
He already in it. In it to motherfucking win it.
Yeah, you can't reverse engineer a factory. It's have to buy it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's yeah. And as we we're
In it,
rapidly
I'm
evolving in
motherfucking win it.
manufacturing technology. So, so anyway, there's like basically I think having a regular 25K model is pointless.
Yeah,
It would be silly. Like it would be completely at odds with what we believe.
In an autonomous world, what matters is the lowest cost per mile of efficiency of that vehicle, and that's what we've done with the rope taxi.
Exactly. Autonomous, it's fully considered cost per mile, is what matters. And if you try to make a car that is, you know, essentially a hybrid manual automatic car, it's not going to be as good as a dedicated autonomous car. So, yeah, Cybercab is just not going to have steering wheels and pedals. It's fully designed optimized for autonomy. But no, it'll you know cost on the order of cost roughly 25K. So it is a 25K car, and you won't be able to buy
Choo
one.
choo,
on
motherfuckers. Oh,
exclusively
Lord.
if you want.
He's already deep in it. Let's go.
So
I love it.
just what have steering
Love
wheel
it.
pedals. You don't need it.
Love it. Back to Orblo.
Thank you very much.
Back to Orblo.
The next question is, what is Tesla doing to alleviate long wait times at service centers?
So we aim on solving problems at the source, so at the factory before they can even affect our customers. We believe the best service is no service.
Well, this has been a great call so far.
Don't even.
I'm very happy
The
with
car doesn't break.
how
Yeah,
things
exactly.
are going.
Don't see anyone.
They'll probably wrap it up in 20 minutes or so.
Fix the issue upstream, or
But I'm happy with it.
Do it through software. They can
I'm
do it
gonna,
at work or
of
at
course,
home.
read through the AI
You know,
summary
part
as well,
and
just
we
to pick
address
up on any
fixed
points
issue,
that I may have missed.
And we've partnered the field with
But, I
service
mean,
to make sure we're looking at the same issues.
Risk is
And
Elon,
additionally,
yeah,
just
pretty
in
much.
Q3 and Q4 of this year
Yeah.
alone, we have opened and will open in total at nearly 70 locations. And in North America, we significantly expanded the size of each location and have doubled the size last year compared to this year.
Yeah, I think there's like actually a lot of merit to having large service centers. You can have specialization of labor. You can start to approach. Yeah, it should be more factory-like. You know, where you can have dedicated lanes for particular types of service, and it's way easier for somebody to become expert in a few different types of repairs than in every repair.
Exactly. This has helped us with the base that these heavy repairs, like clogging up a lane. There's dedicated lanes for different type of repairs. And so it's throughput matters and really treating it like a factory.
Yeah, this is where Tesla's structure, I think, Tesla has a structural advantage relative to the rest of the auto industry, because we make the cars and we service the cars, whereas I think there's a bit of a conflict of interest with the dealer model and the sort of traditional OEM and dealer model, where the dealerships make most of their money on service, and so they obviously are disincented to reduce the servicing cost. Whereas in our case, we are incented to reduce the servicing cost because we carry that servicing cost, and we've got a good feedback loop with our cars.
The best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we would review with the factory, with the service leaders together and send people from the factories to the field and field to the factory to see it firsthand.
Exactly.
Provide suggestions for, manufacturing as well as for engineering on design.
Yeah, so I view this as a fundamental structural advantage of Tesla versus the rest of the auto industry.
Also doing a bunch of work on the software side, not only to automate, diagnostics, so identifying, what needs to be done to a car before it comes into service, but also automating all of the preparation work and aligning all the resources that are necessary in order for the car to be very efficiently worked on once it arrives. So the parts are there, like the lift is scheduled, the technician schedule, like everything's ready
Like
to
the
go.
car says, this is what's wrong with me, and tells the service center.
The car
Get everything ready in advance.
Yeah, please fix me. And this is
Wait,
what's
you
wrong.
got some big cojones for posting that?
Yeah.
Instead of customer
Posting
trying
what?
to translate, the car is telling us directly and we're pulling that. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need, most of the time you don't need to diagnose the
Instagram
car
story?
when it arrives. The car, this is
Why
like,
do I have
again,
big
a
cojones for that? That's
fundamental
nothing crazy.
Technology advantage.
That's
and
just me and my
structural
girl.
advantage compared to the rest of the auto industry. It's
I think it's underappreciated as to what all we are.
I
able to
low key
do.
hit her though.
Yeah.
I had
And that's
photos
why-
where like
because like you said before, most
you
of our
can
cars,
see
except
her
for
face more,
Cybertruck,
but I'm doing a
look the
soft
same.
launch to like
right? So
the
people
people in
don't
our
realize
hometown.
that it has so much capability.
We're trying to keep the people in
But
our
they're better than
hometown
other
like
cars.
guessing, low key.
But they're not like obviously like super futuristic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. The next question is, please provide an update on the Semi. What will the
Ballsy
next
move?
stage of growth look like, and when will
I don't
FSD
think
be
so.
ready?
Sure.
I mean-
So as we posted
Today,
in earnings,
well, I'll give you a
we're
little
also stuffing
context
on the
too.
build of the
Today,
semi-factory
today
in
marks
our-
2 months
in
that we've
our
been doing
Gigafactory in
now
Reno
as well.
We've released all our major capital
that might,
expenditures for that program, and we're on track to start
understand
pilot
a
builds in
little
the
bit
second
more, I
half of
guess.
next year, with production starting in the first half of 2026 and ramping really throughout the year to full production. Semi,
The
growth
gangbang?
will
I
largely
can't
depend
on
on our
space
customers'
right
adoption of the product.
Well, I don't think we're going to be demand limited, honestly.
Yeah, which I was gonna say, which is like a
Not at all.
no-brainer for the
yeah.
semi, because it's really a commodity of total cost of ownership.
Yes, exactly. It's we have kind of ridiculous demand for the Semi.
Shit.
In that world where it's about how much do I spend to move
Yeah,
goods
exactly.
cents per mile, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, fundamentally, if you've got a Semi where the fully considered cost per mile per ton of transport is better than diesel truck,
Salud.
any company that doesn't
Gracias.
adopt an electric Semi will lose. It's not a subjective thing. It's like of whether do you like the
It's a
stat.
competitive.
I mean, we want the stat. We want
You
we want to have
mofos took
good
this to a
Semi
new
truck,
level.
But frankly, if we made an
What's
obvious
that,
truck,
brother?
it wouldn't matter.
What's up, baby? Tesla ripping.
And this is proving so in our fleets. And
Yeah, Emp, let's do it. I'm down.
Partner. In fact, the Pepsi actually said last week they're having nobody want their drivers.
I
don't
do
want to go
journal
back.
still, Brent. I just don't
Yeah,
journal
it's-
every
as
single
soon as you get
trade
anyone
every
to do
single
like a
day.
Semi, it's like that's like the choice.
It's what they want to drive.
Yeah. That's like so the more senior, like their top drivers, well, they get to drive the Tesla Semi.
Like even till this day, I
it's the-
journal
it's the
like
thing
my
they wanna
swings
drive.
and stuff,
It's-
but I'm
it's-
not sitting there
it's
journaling
super
every
fun to drive. It's
swing,
also
every
really
specific. Like I don't do
It's
that.
easy
I'll
to
go.
drive, and
I'll go
it
on like
pulls ass.
a
It's like
weekly,
fast.
monthly basis and do
way too
updates
fast.
with myself in the
Well,
journal.
but I mean, like,
so
you
it has
like,
changed
know,
over
regular,
time.
like you've seen.
I
like,
used to
videos
sit there
where,
and
like,
write out
Tesla
like
electric Semi,
everything
like,
for each
you
trade
know,
I would
can
take
go uphill
and really
fast,
go down
yeah,
in
it's
depth with
really
it,
fast,
which
like
I
the
think
diesel
is
truck.
great, but
Or even cars.
Yeah, even cars.
I also just don't
so
feel like
like
I
it's responsive.
need to be
It's
doing it
you-
that
you know,
in depth anymore.
you floor it, and
Especially
the
when
truck
when you
actually-
have.
Then that's a
Here's the
benefit
thing.
not only for the driver.
When you
and for the
have
goods, but also
the
for safety in terms
like
of
for
other drivers
instance,
on the road, you don't get stuck behind the semi.
the performance stats on like Top Step.
I mean,
When
how
you
that
have
plays
something
into,
like
you know,
that,
FSD, which is the second part of the question. All of this
journaling
is
kind of
since
becomes
the couple hundred
irrelevant
we've deployed already.
when you
and-
have
and the
something
ones
like
we'll be
that
building
that
next
can
year and
that
throughout
is your journal.
the future.
That's
have all
literally
the
your journal right
hardware
there.
and the cameras necessary to
It's just a matter of
deploy FSD,
actually
and
going
we're
back
currently
and
training with that
studying
small fleet that we have.
your
And
trade,
as soon as
right?
the fleet is trained and the neural nets are up.
So that's
you
another
know,
reason why I
we'll
love
get
Top Step.
FSD
Like
onto that
they make it
platform.
so easy. You don't
Yeah, I mean,
have
it'd
to
be a
even
massive
fucking
improvement
honestly
in,
journal. Like it's
driver
like they
fatigue,
they are a journal. You can go back, look
driver
at every single
safety.
trade you
We've
took,
got sort of
look
the
at all the
anti-jackknife
stats for each
training
trade,
software.
each day, each
We're-
week, a
you know,
specific
you don't have
time
to worry
frame,
about
whatever it
the
is,
brakes overheating if you go down that,
and you
down a
can
steep hill,
fucking
'cause we use
fine-tune
regenerative-
exactly what you're
like
doing
that
wrong.
energy goes back into the
I
pack.
do think writing stuff
Actually,
out
when
is
we
great
bring
for the
this- it's
brain,
just like-
putting
it's-
it from
it's
the
like
mind to paper. I do
radically
think
better
it's
than
great, but I
a
mean,
piece of
I also,
It's what the drivers love.
at the same time, like when you have something like Top
Thank you
Step
very
doing
much.
what it does,
Our
it's
next question is,
like
when
if-
will Tesla
you know, it's
incorporate
kind of a
X
waste of
and
time
Grok in all of the Tesla vehicles?
in a way. But I think you can make that decision for yourself, to be
Well,
honest,
I
on
mean,
whether or not you
these
want to
are
write it out
relatively small
or something. It's
projects.
just a matter of actually going
But
back
yeah,
and
going
through your trades. That's the thing. Whether
we'll
or
keep
not you
saying,
write it on a
you know,
piece of paper
what-
or
what
just
is
go
available in the
back
car
and
on
look
the
at the trades you've
screen
taken.
and,
It's all
also
about
like
just
the browser,
reflecting
so you-
on
like,
what
just
you've
generally
done,
you can access
right?
anything you
It's not
want.
necessarily about,
for the
oh,
Tesla,
you wrote it
you know,
down.
if we
Okay,
want
you wrote it down.
economy,
Did you even
you
do
actually
anything with
want
it? A lot of people write their trades down.
really
A lot of
a
them don't do
system
shit
that
with
is,
it. They let that book just collect
can
dust
do
and
anything. Like if you want
don't
to
do
browse the
anything.
internet, if
Like,
you want to,
you know?
you
So
know, ask AI questions, if you want to watch a movie, if you want to play a video game, if you
All
want to
depends.
do some productivity,
But yeah,
thing,
I think journaling
you
is
can do
great.
anything you want. And
But you can
autonomous
also change
vehicle
up your
because you don't
journaling
need to
style
drive.
as your trading progresses, in my opinion.
So that's why the Cybercab's got a nice big screen.
Yeah, shocker. Right, you didn't do it well the first
and
2
a
years.
great
Wow.
sound system.
Yeah.
So you can
None of us
watch
did.
it, watch a great movie with.
Well, I
it's like
got
being like
I got decent like into the
Yeah,
second
first
year. I was
movie
like, all right.
theater.
I was starting to journal and everything, but still, like it took me
Yeah,
a
this is
minute.
why we've been building this functionality, adding gaming to the car.
Took me a minute.
Adding movies and other, all sorts of different media applications to the car because, that's what you're gonna.
252
that-
by
yeah,
end of
that's what we
week?
built today.
There's some
Why
really
not?
fun
Maybe
games,
let's
by
run
the
it.
way. If people haven't tried it, there's
I
like.
mean, we're at
uh,
240.
Castle
We could
Doom
open
Bad
at we could
and
open at
Autopia,
250,
a bunch of
252 by
really
tomorrow
fun
morning.
games in the car.
Easily.
Yeah, we're constantly looking at,
So,
what features.
I won't
to
be
add
surprised
next,
by
and
end of
we're paying
week, for
attention
sure.
to what's most commonly requested by our customers.
Yeah, play Castle Doom Bad. You won't regret it.
Great. Thank you guys very much. The next question
I
is,
think,
Elon mentioned
honestly,
unsupervised FSD in California and
I
Texas
think we
next
should
year.
just start doing a dual
Does that
stream
mean
together.
regulators have agreed
every
to
single
it
day.
in the entire state for existing
Personally.
hardware 3 and 4 vehicles?
I don't know how you feel about that.
No,
but
as I said earlier.
I think we
yeah,
should
yeah,
have our own
California
little
loves
show.
regulation.
Low key.
they have a
I think that would be dope.
Yeah, I mean, there's a path.
Well, because nobody else really streams except for Maple, but Maple's only there the first hour, really. You know what I mean? You're there all day with me.
I mean, I'd be shocked if we don't get approval next year, but it's just not something
Okay.
we totally control. But
I'm
I
gonna
think we will get
see.
approval next
I
year.
don't want to have to
In
download
California and Texas and
any
towards the end of the year, it will branch out
fucking
beyond
other
California
platform.
and Texas.
If I do have
I mean,
to,
I
I
think it's
will,
important
obviously.
to reiterate
But
this,
I'm gonna
like,
try and watch
all
some
units
videos tonight and
certified
see if I
vehicle
can just set it
federal
up
level
on
in the US
OBS.
is done by meeting FMVSS
If not,
regulations.
if
All
not,
vehicles
I'll set it
today
up
that
on
are
fucking
produced
Streamlabs
are
or
autonomous,
Restream or
capable of
whatever the
those
fuck I
regulations,
need to do
the
it on, so we
Cybercat
can
will those
run a
regulations. So
little
the
bit of a
deployment
show
of the
together because that
vehicle
would
to
be
the road
awesome.
is not a limitation. What is a limitation is what you said at the state level.
Maple don't even have a
where they
cam. I
control autonomous
know.
vehicle deployment. Some
Dude,
states
Maple
are
needs a
relatively
cam.
easy, as you mentioned, for
He
Texas.
honestly gets a
It's other
great
ones
amount of
have
viewers though for
pathways,
not
like
having a
California
cam.
that may take a little longer. Other ones haven't set up anything yet, and so we will work.
I'll
with this
I'm
state
gonna
by state
I'll
and get the
tinker
time.
with it.
we
I'll
should have a
fucking
federal,
watch some videos tonight,
agreed, but, like,
and
autonomous
I'll try
vehicles
and
should
figure
be
that out.
approved. It should be possible to.
Congress, if you're listening,
'Cause that'd be
this is the federal
sick.
AB.
There should be a federal approval.
I'd rather just
process
fucking
for
run the show
autonomous
with you
vehicles.
every day.
'Cause, I mean, that's how
You
the
know?
FMVSS.
That would be
is
awesome.
Federal motor vehicle.
And then you can, of
They have
course,
the
like,
FNF
dude, you can
VSS
stream it
federal.
too, of course,
Yeah,
right?
so I mean,
Like, we both just
in
stream it. Doesn't
2017
matter.
and 18, they,
Right.
it's when regulators started looking at it, and it's really kind of stalled since then. But we would appreciate and would support
Yeah.
helping out with those
It
regulations.
really needs to be at national approval.
Gotcha.
Is important.
All right, I'll see what I got to
You know,
do.
if there's a Department of Government Efficiency,
I'll I'll see what I got.
try to help
Hype
make
in the
that
chat,
happen.
baby. Let's go.
And just for everyone, not just Tesla,
Yeah.
obviously. But you know, just we
And-
like some things in the US are state by state regulated. Like for example,
You hold
insurance.
here.
It's like a
It's looking
it's
good. If
incredibly
not, go
painful
back
to do
test that
state by
NFP
state,
high.
50 states.
Buy it there.
And I think there should be a national.
Just got my ad. Send it. I
approval
like
process
it.
for
Honestly, it's
funding.
probably just gonna hold the 9.
So,
Great. Thanks, guys. The next question is, what is the plan for 2025?
I mean, I think we're just talking.
It is
Yeah,
not.
I mean, basically we talked through this. There's a lot going on. Elon already mentioned that we're working on cheaper models to come out. I mean, there work which the team is doing to get the factories
pics
ready
should be
today to try and
emojis
make that
for
happen.
real.
Yeah. By the way, the amount of
I have a
work
Fitbit
required
280.
to
Gotcha.
make a lower cost car is
Jimmy.
insanely high. But like it is harder to get like 20% of the cost out of a car than it is to design the car and build the entire factory in the first place. It's like
I'm
excruciating.
about to close
it's-
the
and
shit
there's-
up and
there's not a lot
get
of
some
movies
food and
made
then
about
figure out this
the
dual
heroes who got
stream and
20%
maybe
of the
trade some
cost out of a
futures
car.
into the evening.
But
here.
let me tell you, there should be. Everything about that is incredibly heroic.
It's
You want to hop in the Discord?
Yeah, it's like there should
Could be
be
down.
The heroes who got 20% cost out of a car is like, damn, I have a lot of respect for them.
We were talking
movie. it's like, you know, I think you probably could make a compelling movie, but it just no like if you actually saw.
I'm
how
gonna be
hard-
so hit on
people
by
actually saw
viewers
how
from
hard
now on. I
it
know
was to
you
do that,
changed your
you'd be like,
picture to some
"Whoa,
chick. Who is
that's
that?
damn hard.
Wait,
just yesterday we were talking
it's
about potting.
wait, it's
Yeah,
me,
honestly, you're like literally, yeah. I mean,
bruh.
there's
It's
a
the
lot of-
fucking girl
but
photo
people also,
of
like,
me,
get
you
caught up in kind of
motherfucker.
it's
Like,
Game of
you
Pennies, it's like
motherfucker.
Game of Thrones.
God,
Pennies.
actually, that's
You know,
so
if
funny.
to first
Honestly,
approximation, if you got-
everybody
if you
should
got
do that
10,000
shit.
items,
That's so funny. I legit
in
thought
a
it was a
car,
chick, bro.
very rough
I legit thought it was some
and each of them
chick.
costs $4. Then you have.
Oh my
$40,000.
god, bruh. You
So
got
if
me
you wanna make
fucked
a,
up, light.
you know,
I'm dead.
$35,000 car, you're
Bruh.
gonna get 50 cents.
I
on
legit
average
thought it
out
was
of
some
10,000
chick
items.
because, like,
Every
fucking
every part.
Yeah.
looking at the profile, you
It's
can't
like-
see the face.
Yeah,
I
and then
just see
the-
long
obviously
hair.
The best is you delete some parts.
Oh
You
my
better prepare
god,
to
bruh.
delete a lot of parts. I'm not-
Bro,
I'm
what
very
you mean
excited
I'm fine
about
as
the
fuck,
Cybercab,
CR? You telling me I'm
design
not?
And the
Come on.
but the, you know
Come
how-
on, dog.
how
You
we're
saw them photos, dog.
rethinking the design of a car for the Cybercab, designing it for ultra high volume production, and then
I'm
designing a
dead.
machine that builds
Oh
the
my
machine.
lordy, bro.
That is that I think is
Honestly,
also
everybody
revolutionary.
should change their profile picture to one of them.
There's no other car company that's even
That would be so
trying
funny.
to do what we're doing. Like, I've never even heard of it actually. In fact, I'm certain there isn't one. I think this our new machine that builds the machine, like it's
Post
it's
that on
inherent,
X.
like
Oh, I don't know about that
It's
one.
designed to be like
Zach Morris does it all the time. I know.
five times better than a traditional factory.
That shit
Like,
is funny.
Cycle time.
Cycle time and like part deletion, material movement. I don't think any other car company has the same level of like.
If I'm gonna post
integration
one,
of
dude, I'm
thought
posting
that
that
we
one,
have
bro.
when it comes to like when you design a part from a white sheet of paper, who's going to make it? Where's it going to be made? How's it going to be shipped? How's it going to be assembled
Oh
into
my
the vehicle? And like at any one point, if something is done in a silo, it becomes a bottleneck of either cost or time or efficiency. But with the road taxi, you know, the development, like we've done a good job
Oh,
on
jeez.
like
Yeah.
combining all that and then like blowing up how it's made and saying it should be made this way and rethinking it all so that it's the most efficient factory possible. That
What a
shows
world
in our,
we live in.
it
I
will
know,
show in
right?
CapEx efficiency when we deploy it. It shows in the number of parts, it shows in the simplicity of the vehicle, but also how it performs in terms of like end user state.
Yeah.
Just to close out, just on the energy front also in 25, we will have started manufacturing at the Mega Factory Shanghai. We'll continue to increase our overall storage deployments with Powerwall 3.
Brayden, I
Continue
posted it.
expanding our supercharging network.
Or CR.
putting more OEMs
I
on
posted
our
it.
network.
No context either.
As Elon talked about.
Zero context.
Going, and then there's
Just the photo.
Also will have our lithium refinery starting to produce. So there's.
I wonder what people are gonna say, bro. I can already see the comments. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
so many things.
It's gonna be funny.
I mean, the crazy thing is like Tesla's winning basically on almost every single thing we're doing. If we're not winning now, we're on track to win. In arenas where there are entire large companies, that's the only thing they do.
I mean, it's a company. There are multiple.
Damn, on the
companies
first
within
date,
Yeah,
sheesh.
Tesla's like many companies that won.
Fantastic. Thank you guys. Just a few more.
Brayden says,
what is
"Nice
going on with the
pick."
Tesla Roadster.
Fun things.
Well, I just like to thank our long-suffering deposit holders of the Tesla Roadster. You know, the reason it hasn't come out yet is because it is the Roadster is not just the icing on the cake; it's the cherry on the icing on the cake. And so, you know, our larger mission is to accelerate the progress towards a sustainable energy future. You know, try to do things that maximize the probability that the future is good for humanity and for Earth. And so that necessarily means that like the things like that are kind of like dessert. We'd all love to work on the Tesla, the next gen Tesla Roadster. It is super fun, and we are working, but it has to come behind the more
What's
the things that have a more serious
Danish
impact
girl?
on the
People
good of the
gonna be
world.
asking questions. Yeah,
So just
probably.
thank you to all our long-suffering
What's
Tesla
the
Roadster
Danish
deposit
girl
holders.
trader name again?
And we are actually finally making
I'm not
progress
sure
on
I know
that.
what you're talking about.
And we're close to finalizing the design. It's really
Picker
gonna
Talk,
be
which is Sharky, he
something
said would.
spectacular. You know,
I know you
Peter
would.
Thiel, you know, and sometimes people think that Peter Thiel and I are rivals. We're really good friends. But to be clear, you know, Peter, you know, was lamenting how you know the future doesn't have flying cars. Well, we'll see.
Minxie? Oh
More
my
to come.
gosh, yeah. I did not think that's
Uh,
what you're talking about when
Thank you very
you
much.
said Danish girl trader name.
The next one is quite similar to other questions we've had, so I might
Minxie
combine
ain't
it
got
with
shit
the
on
final
you. That's what you
question.
were looking for.
So briefly, could you just detail how Robotaxi will roll
I'm
out?
tagging Minxie.
We'll start with a Tesla deployed fleet and then allow customers to add theirs on like a subscription model, and then will Hardware 3 be capable of level 5 FSD?
Regarding the hardware 3, what we saw with 12.5 was it was easier to make rapid progress with starting with hardware 4 and figuring out the solution and then backporting it to
Minx
hardware
is
3 instead
Eastern
of directly
European.
working on hardware 3, given that hardware 4 has more like fundamental hardware capabilities.
Oh, jeez.
I think that trend
Is that
will
Mama
continue,
Ace? No.
into the next few quarters
Oh.
as well, where we
That's
first build a
probably
solution rapidly with
kind of close to what.
AI4,
That's
and
actually
then
kind of close to
backport
what
it right
Mama
to
Ace looked like.
kernels. It
When
just
I
takes
was
longer
young,
to develop those
I
things
was
because it's not
when I was
fundamentally
young,
supported in
when
the
I was like
hardware and it's
8
emulated.
years old,
But
and
yeah,
I had really long hair, guys. When I was like 8
initially
years
working on
old,
hardware 4, backporting it to
I
hardware
looked
3.
exactly like my mom when she was
Yeah,
8 years
so
old.
it's-
Same. We looked like
Actually,
twins. It was
we're
fucking
not,
weird.
We're not 100% sure.
Really weird.
But our as
I have
Chuck mentioned,
photos. I don't have them with me.
because,
But like my parents have photos of
by
my
some
mom when
measures,
she was
Hardware
young.
4 has
Bro, it
really
just looks like a little
several
me,
times the
literally.
capability of Hardware 3. It's easier.
Looks like a little
to
me.
get things to work.
It's
with
crazy.
Hardware 4.
I'm like,
and
bro,
then
that's weird.
it takes a lot of effort to sort of squeeze that functionality into Hardware 3. You know, there is some chance that Hardware 3 does not achieve the safety level that allows for.
It's fucked up.
unsupervised
Female me looks like my
FSD,
sister.
You know, there is some chance of that, and if that turns out to be the case, we will upgrade those who have bought Hardware 3 FSD for free, and we have designed the system to be upgradable. You know, so, and it's really more, you know, just to switch out the computer type of thing. The cameras are, you know, they're capable, but anyway, we don't actually know the answer to that. But if it does turn out, we'll make sure we take care of those who have bought FSD on Hardware 3.
Great. In the last few minutes that we have left, we will try to get in some analyst questions.
Well, guys,
the first
they're doing
question will
analyst
be
questions to
coming
wrap
from,
up.
Pierre.
I am signing off for a few moments for a little bit. Your boy is going to make some food, get some fresh air, step away for a little bit. And I'll be in the Discord around later tonight. So if you guys are in voice, hit me up. Let me know. Oh yeah, we up already. Let's go, baby. Shout out to you boys in the long. I'm taking a little break. I'll be back a little bit later. But we'll be in the Discord. So free Discord, shout out to that. Appreciate everybody tuning into the streams as always. It was a fun Tesla earnings call. Things went really well. Let's hope for a nice gap up in the morning. We'll see. But CR's putting the free Discord in the link. If you're not already in there, get in there, baby. 100% free. We're in there all day, every day. So again, love y'all. We'll see you bright and early in the morning. We got some data coming out in the morning, so get ready to go. But yeah, should be fun. Get some sleep. Buckle up, motherfuckers. And we're going to have a great day. All right, guys. Peace. Love ya. W's in the chat, baby. Late.